And we're on the internet. Wow.
Yay!
Such conversations with that. We just joined this call. We had no NDA conversations whatsoever.
No.
Okay, we've got to be careful. We've got to check the NDA to see if we're allowed
Hey,
to
I have
talk.
plenty of things
Yeah,
I'm not
that's
allowed to talk
efficient.
about. I work
Yeah.
in medical stuff. But
Oh, yeah,
Imagine having an NDA that specifies you're not allowed to talk about the NDA.
that is a real thing. That is a
Really?
controversy.
Yeah.
That what is it? The company that produces is it Warhammer?
yeah,
There's
Or
some
Games
I
Workshop.
believe that.
Games Workshop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they are. They're
Games
really
Workshop
tight.
Yeah.
clauses or whatnot like include
They
things
have
that
NDAs
You
Yeah,
gotta be
yeah,
really
yeah.
serious about our small plastic, like soldier guys.
And like
Speaking-
your contract automatically renews if they send you something. So
Isn't
they
that
Yeah.
great?
get every month.
Like
and-
they have the
and
fucking
you're-
security of a state.
yeah, you're bound in perpetuity.
It's about little.
I'm not
I mean,
You
surprised.
tell people what's
3D
going to
guys
happen to
talk
Guilliman
about
in the
us.
next
Do not
book.
talk.
3D printing and like becoming so outsourced probably has not made that any less of a concern for them.
I don't
But
know.
even
Yeah,
still,
It's a sunk cost thing. You want
It
the
is.
real
I mean-
plastic miniatures from them.
You do, yeah. You want the
Proper
extrusion
molds.
molded ones,
No.
not the
Mint,
3D
mint in
printed
box,
the mint in box sprues. Because that's what you
uncollected
want
little
everywhere.
sheets with torsos and stuff.
You just want excess bits of like
Speaking
pistols.
about
But
box,
like having money, you just light on fire.
It is, and I do it too often.
I can't be bothered to
Alright.
paint them.
Let's get to the game.
Yes.
Let's get to the game.
Hmm.
Character sheet.
How about one of you start with the recap?
I mean, sheep. It's the finale. You know how this goes.
Are you volunteering? All right, go.
Oh shoot.
I was gonna say I need the map from last time. I need some
It's been a few
context.
weeks. I believe we started partway through the Tarask fight. Which was definitely a slog to get the last 3 spells cast on it that would allow it to finally die, but it was truly well on its edge. Whoa, look at this map.
Right.
That's some
Beautiful.
context for you.
Context. No.
Because it was
Oh,
in the
yeah.
Not for your context.
80s and
Yeah, that ripple is just
darkness
the
and evil.
effect from sheep literally throwing the map down in front of us. There you go. Have your context.
Right.
And then, yeah, I don't actually think a ton happened. It was mostly the fight, and then meeting up with all of our allies who, were a part of the like scouting formation to make sure that we could find the Tarask in time, as well as others who were invested in this, all sort of rallying together for the final battle, as it were. The pre-final battle, because if we do defeat the red, then it was Mechanus himself or like the second in command or something like that would materialize on Thylia itself, breaking the laws of divinity to do so. And then it was a lot of last conversations, perhaps. Yes, John's boss.
Yes. Also, we were. John appeared and he was like, "Oh shit, man! Hades, like shit's going down. You need to go to the dragon now." And then we went here, and it was a trap. And
oh, that's right. There was
a bunch of devils, shit that we murdered, and now the 5 dragons, our friends, reunited, are going to take care of all the red dragons that have appeared for this grand event. While I presume we go into this fiery death hole, I can't possibly think what could go wrong. But look at it. I mean,
Yeah, when John basically said, "Hey, I want to buy you the time you asked for with my magics. However, there are devils protecting the site that need to be dealt with. Otherwise, I can't do anything." Turns out those devils weren't actually real. Hades was presumably real,
That's right.
but he was very much alone. Alone but not powerless, as he summoned the ghosts and remains and specters of friends and enemies past.
Right.
Mostly enemies, really.
And then the Furies came and were like, hey, Hades was not supposed to have the power to summon these souls. This is out of his jurisdiction. And we were like, yes, could you please do something about that, Furies? Take him to court. And they were like, we will do that. I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
Please do your job.
They basically said that he messed up big time. Like, presumably he too had a job, presumably some sort of contract, and that was very much broken when he did not deliver the souls to their final resting place, and presumably, you know, the blood war down in hell. But that's besides the point. And instead used them for his own purposes. So as far as their reaction can be interpreted, he's in hot water. And then we ended last session with the sight you see in front of you. As you, John did manage to buy you some time. However, his magic is not lasting as long as he had hoped or predicted. As a fiery explosion emanating from the hole, presumably going down to the dragon's prison, is slowly but steadily bursting through. It is not an explosion that happens a moment. It is a column of flame that is instead expanding in really minutes. I'm occasionally hearing an echo from you, Ari.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. As it is, a slow motion expansion of fire. You can see and really feel being near it. You feel the heat. You can see the plants nearby smoldering and slowly turning into just blackened charcoal. The ground drying up, sort of any moisture evaporating, turning it into just rock, really, and brittle stone. Up in the sky, the dragons, the five, have been sort of not really engaging with the red dragons, but just making their presence known. The occasional lightning shot their way, lightning shot towards the red dragons, the occasional burst of flame coming towards the others, but it is very much a standoff. With, presumably, the red dragons knowing that they are fairly outmatched, actually, in the skies. They are staying nearby, fixated at the spectacle unfolding down below. But they don't really have the force to threaten any of you. They're just there, really observing, if anything.
All right.
Oh, I don't see a dragon.
Yeah. Right now, the time magic is still holding, but it is mere moments. You can see it wavering, like the distortion, maybe partly caused by the immense heat emanating from the hole, but the sort of much of it is likely also caused by the magic slowly failing. You can see John straining, but he also like glances towards you with a look of like, here he comes.
Yeah. All right. I cast a fire shield on myself. It's appropriate.
Yeah, everybody's getting bardic resistance to fire, except for.
I think we already did that when we came here, but just to make sure.
Mhm.
Oh, let's see.
One important question for yourself: is Darafaxel here?
No. It really sucks to not have her in the final fight, but we didn't get her protection. So
Oh, there's like
I believe I
boss,
swapped
too.
with. Yeah, I believe I swapped with Pythor. Yeah, she can come back when the red dragon's dead.
All right, you asked Pythor to help you out. He can do that. There you
Yeah,
go.
so she's helping with the reds.
That would
Doesn't give
also basically be here. It would be too close, you assume.
Oh.
I think
I mean,
anywhere in the vicinity of this
shit,
red is
yeah,
going to
that's-
be awful.
I think she has to go then. That sucks, but we've already had the conversation. Nobody likes it, but it is what it
Like
is.
tie her down with magical chains. Yeah,
Ah!
good for you. Like a zombie movie. You should have got to keep her alive, but strained.
hmm
Also, can I have not the fire resistance, but like the whatever the like dex one is? So the epic reflexes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
You just
Like
take
an
whichever
epic
one you want.
Yes, please.
One epic reflexes.
Yes.
Ah! Sorry, I buried myself under Respitrion.
Yes, you are
Don't have control of him.
doomed.
Ah!
Uh,
I mean, Pythor does have a big personality. We can.
I'll give you ownership of him.
He won't be
Okay.
outshined.
He's definitely
Especially
anything
considering
with
he's a brass dragon.
Mhm. He definitely strikes me as a anything with a postal code kind of guy.
All right.
I was like, yeah.
It is
Yeah.
then. John's magic breaks. As suddenly the fire bursts upwards, unleashing a shower of embers over miles of forest. You can already imagine the fires that are going to start. But perhaps that is of small concern at the moment. The fire bursting upwards happens in moments. What lingers, however, is an impenetrable cloud of smoke. Thick, like a wall, hovering there, unmoving in ominous stillness. The wind does not seem to affect it. It does not seem to dissipate either. The four red dragons up above have retreated, but they are fixated on this. It is obvious that their entire attention is on it. From inside the smoke, you hear a deep voice rumbling. I have little interest in fighting you. Why should we do as the puppet master wishes? You're not my enemy. In fact, we are more similar than it might first appear. Your actions have left this place devoid of divine agents. Lufaria, Sidon, Kentimane, Pharos. Lesser gods, but gods nonetheless. Slain by your hand. The only difference between you and a god killer is a single revelation. You have the power. All you require is a drip of knowledge, and they will soon desire to stick you, too, into tiny adamantine prisons. You hear another voice pipe up from beneath the smoke, a familiar one. What? That was not the deal. You will destroy them. It's what you exist for. It's what we had in our contract. You wanted to. Your own words. Silence, devil. What authority, what power do you have left to enforce this deal? Will you beg the other rulers of hell to assist you after all you've messed up? I don't think so. Perhaps you should have kept your presence quiet. Or there might be one last use I have for you. The smoke is pierced by the glow of two massive draconic eyes, easily visible despite the layer of smoke. They linger on each of you for just a moment. From inside, you merely hear the breathing of a massive creature, presumably waiting for some sort of response.
Oh. Us being Demos, I suppose. We'll call out to it. And what is this revelation? What is this knowledge we don't have?
As a grumble, perhaps the slightest of laughters, the voice responds. Are you sure you would want to know? I would enjoy telling you. I believe that we could help one another. I know, I am deeply aware that I have not yet escaped my prison. That if I were to try to leave this place, I would possibly be stopped. I am patient, however. I have been imprisoned for millennia. I can wait a little bit longer. But I would need you to pave my way. And perhaps this very knowledge might assist you in doing so. To take the fight to those that have truly wronged you, wronged me, wronged so many, with their impeccable confidence, their supposed omnipresence, the power they have over others only because it has been given to them. What do you know of me, human?
You're a vile creature. Will try to escape this place and thereby destroy it, dooming my people. Of your actions of the past I know not, but I know hell itself. Wish to free you, punish us, and that the servants of Tiamat would seek to destroy you because you are too vile even for them.
And who has told you these things? In that way? That I am vile, that I need to be destroyed. Surely someone who would want that outcome, no matter if the words told to you were the truth or not.
That might very well be.
You have done that yourself by offering us what you've just offered. Theogenesis, just to fight the god above the greater ones, to soften them up for you. You're just trying to use us like pawns, like you accuse them of doing.
Difference between pawns and peers can be tiny. I am not offering you godhood. I am offering you their weakness. What you do with it, in the end, is entirely up to you, but I do believe we have the same enemy. The warden of my prison, the master of your fates, the twister of prophecy, the puppet master, the mad sphinx.
There's no reason we cannot slay the both of you.
Your
Okay.
arrogance amuses me greatly. If you want a fight, I will deliver you one. But I figured you might be reasonable.
We've heard that before. Look what your very presence is doing to this land.
Yeah, around you can see various columns of smoke rising. The very sky itself seems to be basically raining ash.
Yeah, this was predicted. Just if you have some truth to share that will change our minds, then I ask that you do so, because at the moment, mine feels pretty set.
All right, let me just change the scene a bit here.
He just doesn't like god killers, being a paladin and all. Turns out, if they wanted to kill Mitros, all they gotta do is do whatever is worst for this realm, and she will die to stop them. So.
Well, Darius has a very good point. Like, look at this fucking shit.
Yeah.
This thing will tear Stylea, like, from the inside out.
I'm still curious to hear what it has to say. I mean, maybe there's something to it, right? Maybe
I don't think
maybe
that
it says
you
like the gods
mutually-
are the faces of a great hydra who paints its masks to look like each of their faces.
The smoke dissipates pretty much in an instant, evaporating into thin air. As before you sits, or I suppose stands, a massive red dragon. The gaps between its scales leaking fire. On its upturned palm stands a devil. One that you recognize, having seen him briefly in this form multiple times. Although he does look a bit meek, perhaps, dwarfed by this massive dragon. I'm not exactly sure about the situation. You can see the dragon look at you with a bit of a wry smile. As it says, "It costs me nothing to tell you, so I shall. The gods have power because you let them. The secret is to refuse, to be powerful enough to, with all your might, refuse their influence on you. It sounds, perhaps, simple. But once you scratch their confidence, once you introduce even the slightest sliver of doubt into their minds, they become vulnerable. Their powers fail. Your very presence becomes proof that they are not omnipotent. You have the power to do it. You know how to do it. And currently, we attract attention. Use this knowledge, and you too will become a target as I have. If you do not want to work together, so be it. I respect your desire for freedom, just as you will respect my desire to extinguish you for your arrogance. As I think we'll go into initiative.
Yeah, that sounds more likely.
I was gonna say, I'm not out here to kill.
What am I gonna
Oh my God.
deny all my power and lose?
Yeah. I'll just go back to being a level 2 fighter.
But
And one
I
those
am more than level 2. Thank you very much.
Everybody add your alacrity.
Yeah.
Yes. The next word here would be, then why does it so happen that all the god killers are like assholes?
Yeah.
Maybe that has something to do with it.
I was thinking, it's like, oh, you can kill all the gods. I'm like, I
Like
don't want to.
for-
Like,
For
I have already killed all the gods that I wanted.
Ariad,
yeah, that we're assholes. I just want to live
Artemisia,
peacefully.
Erebandar.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll split up this fight into basically two parts. As with the fire dissipating, the dragon becoming angry, almost bursting to flame, as his token picture suggests. The fire around him, sort of smoldering slightly, will coalesce into creatures that shoot up into the air, reinforcing the red dragons up there. That will be a fight for your allies, keeping them out of your hair. But it's now sort of them who are outnumbered.
Send Nephili or Mercy to go help.
Sure, Nephili can go help as well if you do not want her to help in this fight.
We are not losing our
them.
dragon buddies in this fight.
Yeah, I think Nephili would be good to go over there, honestly.
All right.
Especially if
Ver-
he goes Big Mama Dragon on them.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
sort of an issue because they don't know, and that would be
You
very
got like a
awkward.
good body and
Oh,
That's true.
cast
Yeah,
some
maybe.
spells,
maybe.
definitely. Cast some spells. You know.
She just turns into the body of Mitros. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's gonna be a bit triggering.
You know
for
what?
that would be.
Several thorax
numb
might be
flashbacks.
unhappy.
That would be
and-
more distraction than.
I took over the body of your dead mother. Sort of
Wait, hey, it wasn't the actual body. It was a copy
Yeah,
of the body.
weird
No, yeah, that's a
clone.
little
Yeah.
complicated. Okay, well,
It's,
Versi
it's,
can.
it's complicated. Versi will. Versi is not a great fighter. She will try to assist where she can, and please assume that she does. But she doesn't really have the combat prowess to be initiative or anything.
Fair.
It will
it-
then be
Would it change
Artemisia.
if Arkin helped also up there?
It would probably be relevant if you want him to help up there instead.
benefit of Oregon is that he's
her
got
brother.
they've got the ice
Argon's
breath.
also looking a little injured.
Yeah.
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 Is that
Sure,
Yeah,
you
sure.
can send her up
thing,
to
right?
help in the sky instead.
Now would she
Just
want
giving
to?
ourselves
I'm not
handicaps.
sending her anywhere she doesn't want to go.
She wants to be everywhere at once, but can't. So
I know that feeling, girl.
Maybe Demos goes up to help them as well. You guys
Oh,
handle
you
the
got?
red dragon.
I
Oh,
mean,
you
yeah,
know.
Demos would. I
I
mean,
I could smack some little red dragons too.
you could. I can face tank
We
the
can
ancient
split the
red
party.
dragon.
Okay.
You
You guys
know,
think that's smart?
Say again.
If you guys think it's smart, Demos could go up and help them too.
Why don't we all go over there?
Let's
And
just
we'll-
go clap the baby dragons and then.
Well,
all
someone's
turn-
got to stay.
I'm going after the big red, so let's make it nice and easy.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll do
No, we're going for the pair.
a double move, and because I can't quite reach, instead what I'm gonna do is
Arkin's gonna go up here and show these dragon who's the boss.
all right.
you're very quiet for me, Ari.
Yeah, let me see.
Oh.
Put yourself down likely to avoid the echo.
Yes, I
Oh,
did.
maybe. Ah.
About
I-
150%. She'll be.
I had a good voice settings once, and then Windows updated, and I have no idea what they were.
That
Really,
checks out.
one should start taking like a screenshot.
All right, I'm
Output voice. Is that?
going to throw a javelin of lightning at the dragon, at the big boy.
All
Probably
right.
miss. I have advantage.
That is still a miss.
Still a miss. All right, and then I think, because we might as well get it over with, right? I reckon a cold breath is in order.
Mm.
Where's the breath? Is that it? Nope. Which one of these buttons changed my present? There.
Yeah, the breath macro does not work.
Okay,
Let me.
all right. It is DC 20 con save. Probably a very easy con save for him.
Well, we'll see.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
Saves for half
Never mind.
of
My
52.
goodness.
He also has resistance to cold because it is just so hot in this
Just
area
so
currently.
Wow. All right. Rude.
Means he'll take 13.
Hades is targeted too.
Yeah.
Hades is targeted.
Ooh.
That's true. Yes, he was in that.
Briefed in the face. He does not have a good
Ah!
time.
Yeah,
you, Hades.
52 damage for you, Hades.
To
You
deal
son
with
of
the
a
wrong
bitch.
team, Hades.
Little bitch.
He has
Yes.
the same resistance to cold in this area.
I think
Oh.
all of us, like, we saw Hades and we were like, oh yeah. It's like, oh yeah, there's this big red dragon also, but just like, oh motherfucker, Hades, you down.
This big red dragon and his
I mean,
familiar.
as far as I count, this red dragon is smart enough to bring a shield.
Yeah.
That's what he is. Yeah.
Shield wall,
Buckler.
right.
Right?
Yeah.
Terrence.
That's all he's
That's
going
sorta-
for is the shield wall. where he is the shield. Okay. Speaking of, Raspitrion, what is your speed? It is 80, so we're gonna double move. Over here, straight line. I think I might still be too far away for what I want to do here. Sorry. That is a 60-foot range. Yes. No, can't do that.
Oh, by the
Hmm?
way, I think Argan will herself bring one of the growth potions, maybe.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I also like the idea that if she takes it, it would be completely her choice.
Actually, I think we'll go more to the side. Hey, can I undo the last move? No, I can't. It was roughly about here. I'll back up a little bit. Yes, we're going to go around this way. And then Darius is just going to trance this turn. Stag
Right.
round. And
Um,
I've got no Bardics to throw around. So. Ooh, some good numbers.
those are good numbers. Right, Demos, it's your turn.
Ariad, what's your plan here? Are you on beaming or are you on melee?
I mean, I think I want to melee and then I'll beam once I'm, Is that not good, or do you want me to wait and beam first and then come in?
I don't know. Maybe that's smart.
Is it better to support fire for a little bit until we?
Until we know what's going on, maybe.
Do you
I
guys
don't know.
want me to snipe Hades or the big dragon?
You do you. I just wanted to know what I was going to do on my turn. And
Oh, right.
first thing
I
do
mean,
is
I'll be beaming for a little bit
is
because
yell, shield
I don't
wall.
have
I'm going to
80
try and
speed
get
anymore.
one of them
Oh,
out of
yeah.
here, battlefield control them. So if we focus fire on one of them, I think is the way to
Shield
go.
wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and banish Hades next turn.
That just sends him
Same, like-
home. He just gets to live.
Yeah. No.
It's concentration, so he'll come
Force
back.
I'd like
but,
to
cage him.
stop him
Force
anyway.
cage him.
All right, shield wall though. You
He's
get
probably
plus
got 50
one
step.
to AC if you have a shield, and plus two if you're next to someone with a shield.
My shield
Wonderful.
wall.
Those two stack. Not the best, but it's a bonus action.
It's incredible.
And of course, Suxia moves first, which is sad. But that's how the rules be
Raspitrion.
Oh, Jesus.
That's plus 2.
for a double move. But then Demos will cast haste. I'll twin it for a haste on himself and Suxia. I have a feeling that speed might be of essence here.
I'm glad you say that after I gave up my dragon.
Well, you're fast too. You can fly.
I can fly 30. I'm not fast.
And
Okay.
that was an action. And does haste work on the first action you get it? I don't think so.
I believe it
You
does.
cast it and then
Yeah,
you
I
have
think
another
so.
action to do a thing. I don't really have a thing to do. But yeah, you know what? I got a javelin. Why not?
Why not, man?
Well,
Those
what's the-
javelins have served you guys
Everything
well.
we got.
What's the range in the 120 feet? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I can make a single attack against
It has the
Against
range of
the-
an eldritch blast.
wow. Oh wow, look at that.
Oh, come on. It's Demos throwing it. It might as well go in the
Oh.
Keratosphere.
Hurled into
That
the
does
hole.
not bother the dragon in the
Yeah,
slightest.
no, I
It's all-
figured not.
Oof.
Hades have to roll in the path thing, the deck save.
I mean, technically, I suppose.
yeah.
Sure.
Good shot.
No.
Whoa,
He'll take half.
half of 18.
Not happy about this. At the end of your turn, the dragon will take a legendary action
Figured.
to respond to your javelin with some of its own. As with a wry, arrogant grin, it summons javelins of pure force energy to strike at the Demos instead. These ones, however, cannot miss. They are unearring.
Mhm.
Is that the word? Sure. You take 60 damage.
Jesus.
Ah,
That's
very
one magic.
cool.
This is a magic missile.
As the equivalent of,
Cool.
spear-sized magic missiles punch into Demos.
But that is 4 times 15 damage, right?
Yes. It is 4 spears.
Matters for concentration sakes.
Oh, concentration. It's a creature. We'll treat it as magic missile, which means it would just be 1.
Okay, cool, very cool.
It would still be a DC 30 then, however.
Jesus.
Just a DC 30.
Yeah, I don't actually remember the bonus. Pretty good though, I think. These 30 is pretty rough though. For anyone.
And I would rather
Let's
do
see.
like
Okay, there we go.
Oh!
Natural 20.
Very nice.
Ooh.
Yes.
very nice.
Alright, you know what? Also take a point of inspiration, because, just being stuck
Yeah.
with spear-sized magic missiles and still keeping concentration, that's cool.
That's badass.
Coming for you,
Ariel.
Dragon. You're scared.
Yes, it is I. I'm gonna have to get in there, and it's very far. Is it worth it to teleport closer, or like dimension door closer?
Maybe like shoot him.
And does Nephili in this case want to get closer also? What is her plans?
Her plan is actually to not be here, because she is over here helping the dragons, as you instructed.
Yep.
Oh.
I
Well.
didn't see her talk down there.
Oh, well. Sorry, I need to measure out where I would be in range of this. All right, I will. Do dimension door here. Yeah. And then I'll quicken an Eldritch Blast. Do I sound confident? Super confident.
Incredibly
Good
confident.
spell.
I have the thing. Yes. Yeah, Eldritch Blast. Where it is? Oh no. There? No. It did not go off. There we go. Ugh.
The 24 hits for 14 points of
I
damage.
rolled a 1, a 2, and a 7. Okay. Well, that's it. Oh, I have a. Yeah, I'm not gonna move closer. I don't think. I'm in range. That's good enough. Yeah, that's it. Go ahead and remove my spells here.
All right. It is then the dragon's turn. He looks at the force being thrown at him and will cast a spell.
Alright.
You can't stop him.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not
Yeah,
in range for
fair.
counterspell.
Yeah.
I'm the only one within range for counterspell, and we all know how good that is.
The spell, perhaps ironically for John, is Time Stop.
Oh wow.
Well, Hades gonna fall on the ground.
At least
Ugh.
it's not
Dragon
as
leaves.
bad as. Oh no!
Yikes.
He gets 5 rounds. All right, let me think for a moment.
We
All
can't
right,
like
we're
do
gonna make
anything.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll see you guys.
Can't do anything offensive. So it's just.
It's true. It's just buffing.
Yeah,
You
like
can't do.
other-
You can't like cast 5 meteor swarms and call it a
No.
day.
That's the olden times.
That's the old time.
Like
Rough.
haste, bless. No, hey, concentration.
Just put the force cage in all of us and Cloud Kill inside of it, and then
I mean,
Sirocco.
it's literally
I remember Sirocco.
it's literally like any creature other than it being affected within those 5 rounds, the spell immediately ends. Like, yeah.
5 delayed blast fireballs.
Is delayed a thing in 5th edition? That would be
Yes.
terrifying.
There's a
There is a
specific spell called delayed
level
blast fire.
7.
I don't know how long you can do it, and I'm pretty sure that's also concentration, so you could only do 1. But still, that I think that would get around time stop.
I bet this guy's fireball is pretty hefty.
Yeah.
Well, his magic missile certainly was.
Right. Ah.
Yeah.
I expect to get so many turns. What would I do with all of them?
Because if you're gonna think, is it time for a pee break? Because I there are not a lot of coffee.
I could get a coffee, like a drink, honestly.
No, I'm just
Oh.
gonna have him do this,
Okay,
and then he also gets to move a bunch.
Does he take Hades with him?
It's a good point. He can't.
No, because then it would immediately end.
Yeah, he like has to practically drop Hades before he even casts the spell.
Well,
Well,
he could leave him hovering in the air. He has wings. The guy can fly for himself.
Yeah.
he can still
can.
use time stop to cast 1 buff and 1 good old meteor swarm.
There it is.
There it is. Yes, meteor swarm. As you don't really see him move at all, but his image sort of twitches in place, and suddenly you notice above you massive burning balls of fire just raining down upon the entire battlefield, including amidst your allies fighting in the skies. Narratively, Nephili is over there. You see her immediately cast a sizable wall of force blocking one of the meteors that probably would have done some damage over there. But there are more at 4 different spots. One of them will attempt to hit the combatants in the air, which will be blocked by a wall of force. And there are 3 others. They are 40-foot radius, so they will hit all of you, but you can only be affected once. Give me dex saves as they impact basically all around you.
What does epic reflexes do?
Advantage.
Advantage. Oh, this is also a magic thing, right?
28.
It is a spell. It is a dex save DC 20.
Oh,
Alright, there we go.
nope. Nope.
Well, I need to remind myself on Farley's mounted combatant.
Just double check my dex.
Mounted
last
combatant
time.
gives evasion to the mount.
Yeah.
See what it
All
does.
right, if you failed, you take this much fire damage and this much bludgeoning
Oh,
damage.
My
Jesus.
goodness.
Oh, and it's a
gonna
save for
give-
half.
Save for half.
So,
And what was the DC 20?
DC 20.
so Artemisia and Aravan, and I guess Demos and Xerxia just don't take anything.
Well,
What
if you
does
take
Demos
the
do?
resistance
I
to
don't
fire,
have.
then you
I
take
don't
half
have
of-
evasion.
You don't have evasion. I have
No,
evasion.
so I take a face full fire.
You take, yeah.
Half it, and then half it.
Is it worth using? I think I'll use my divine given save.
How much it is? Oh my god.
Your divine given save.
Yes, I am of divine blood, and as thus once
Ah.
per day I can choose to succeed a saving throw.
Nice.
Very
And,
nice.
Cough, cough.
I think I choose
I
this
think
one.
that's a solid. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's a solid
solid.
one, honestly.
Even though I have fire damage, that's a lot of fucking bludgeoning.
I am
Yeah.
going to use the 14 and 17 I just rolled. 17 on Pythor, 14 on myself, and that will get us both to a pass. And he has fire resistance, which means so do I.
All right.
Welcome to 50
So-
damage.
Yeah, right. Probably still, but at least we're up.
32 is the
So
bludgeoning half.
75
Ugh, and then
halved and then
I
halved
have
again.
you to 18,
Alright,
and that's
18
half.
fire.
Somehow
Yeah.
Aravandar and Artemisia and Xerxia managed to dodge everything.
Because Dimas raised his shield up and just takes that
Oh, he
meteorite
takes
on it.
Oh,
And it, like, So it dips down from the force of it, but not like, but Dimas is like, just spitting out like brimstone. He's at 66 HP now, so
he's taken
he's taking a
beating.
bunch of hits.
Yeah. I was hoping I'd go
Strength
get
ends.
far
Wait, did
enough
you
ahead.
count for your fire shield?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, everybody also had 15 temporary hit points, so make sure you
Oh yeah, that's
you,
true.
uh,
That's good.
you
Ah,
accomplish
Yes, they're
those.
gone.
Yeah. But hey, every
Oh, yeah,
bit helps.
Yes, I did account for
Absolutely.
fire shield. That's why the 75 became halved and halved.
Oh, so that's the 18.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I need to take one more then. All right.
Yikes! Hopefully you can't repeat that.
And 15. Oh yes, heal 15. Yikes. Okay, well, let's hope it doesn't do that again, because I don't have any more magic bullshit.
I mean, it casts 2 level 9 spells in a turn. It probably cannot do that.
Yeah, which is bullshit.
more.
It should only have to cast a cantrip. What is this?
No,
Well,
it
time
had
stopped
5
just by
turns to
present.
operate.
Yeah, it had 5 entire turns.
Oh, great. Well, it's got more spells then.
It is Hades' turn. Who
Guess he wasn't hit.
He also
he
cast
was
a
not.
spell, so.
I mean, he does want to kill you, and he's not really thinking that straight. I think he dislikes Demos the most.
I don't
So
like
he
him
will-
You
either.
have the right to remain silent. Anything you will do will be held against you in court.
So he will fly over here, and
Ooh.
actually, why does he fly? He can teleport. He'll teleport here. That is an action. Damn it! Can't do much.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not
So
even a
far
ranged
away,
option with him.
Come into counterspell range. Come into counterspell range.
Like slapping around range.
This is why
You know what?
need a Javelin of Lightning.
He will attempt to cast a spell on Demos.
I don't like it.
Or like 5.
The spell is Dispel Magic.
Oh,
Oh.
well, I didn't even know. Okay,
Yeah.
What level spell is your haste?
level 3.
Alright, he will attempt to dispel that. Well, I'll roll this openly. It's a d20 plus his spellcasting ability, which is this much. 22. The haste dissipates.
But only on Demos, yeah?
Yes. I'm
Only
slowed.
on Demos.
Slowed. I can't do anything next turn.
Why? Does that work even if you dispel?
This is whenever the spell ends, yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow. I thought it was only if we got knocked out of it.
No,
downside of
haste
it.
is a brutal one to. Yeah.
Artemisia.
Alright. Well, I guess I have to move closer.
Artemisia! Start fucking up a giant red dragon. First, Aravandar will take I feel like chomping it is a terrible idea.
Almost gotta try. I mean, you're gonna punch it, so.
Someone's going to try. I am going to punch it. Oh, 29. Yeah.
29 is a hit, piercing the fire.
Wow.
It certainly stings, but not enough to actually inflict fire damage.
Okay, cool.
Gonna
Well,
say.
Artemisia is going to start punching the shit out of this giant dragon. I have advantage on all of these. So, first one's a crit, apparently.
It's a giant
Good.
dragon, you said?
Is he a giant or a titan?
He is a colossal dragon.
Oh, sorry. I was changing my macro.
First one is a crit for 18 points of damage.
Yeah.
18, 15, and 20. Oh, you have advantage today. They still.
30.
The 30 hits.
Yeah.
For 15 bludgeoning. I assume your fists count as magic.
Yep, they do.
Yeah. So
Because
you
monk.
punch into the fiery form of the dragon.
Unscathed from his assaults
Unscathed so far.
so far.
Yeah.
That's about to change.
He will take a legendary action to attack.
Yeah, that checks out.
Will attempt to swipe Artemisia with his tail. Actually, will he swipe Aravander? No, he's going to swipe with Artemisia. 37.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that hits. Yeah.
That's 12 bludgeoning damage.
6 bludgeoning damage.
And strength save or be knocked prone. But it.
Strength.
I should have tied it around. Don't bother with the save because after that it's like a Dex DC 10 save to not get knocked off your mount,
okay.
which is irrelevant.
Yeah, and also he can't target Aravandar because I can force him to target me because of mount.
Sure, let's imagine that that's what actually
That's
happened.
what happened. Yeah. Okay.
He is a smart boy. He would have done the smart thing.
Yeah.
Darius.
All right. So I am going to move. Sorry, just putting my finger on a specific spot. Here we go. Can move over here. So Pythor is going to fly over there and then use it's not actually listed on here. The macro just has this, but I'm assuming he's a young bronze dragon. And
Yes.
has young bronze dragon breath. All right. In that case, we are going to use the lightning breath. So can I get a dex save from both of them, please?
Right.
DC 15.
22.
Okay, so they'll both take half of 10d10, which is pretty nice.
10d10, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Is it really that much?
10d10,
D10, yeah, it is. They will take 21.
Yeah. And then Darius is going to cast Banishment on Hades, and Hades is going to roll a 4.
He will succeed. That is the wrong name in the macro, but he will succeed.
He will use a legendary resistance.
Yes.
Okay, cool. In that case, I have some more bullshit here. I'm going to Action Surge, take out the Quill, and cast Sending. And the Sending will be to Megara. And the message is, your Oathbreaker mark is just northeast of the, oh god, what's the name of the falls? The waterfall.
Falls.
Dread Falls. Yeah. Your Oathbreaker mark is just northeast of the Dread Falls. You can't miss us.
Yeah, giant smoke.
Give me a diplomacy check to go with that.
Don't fuck it up.
Yeah, this is your time.
Use one of your dice.
Yeah, you can use my inspiration for advantage.
I don't have a good one, but I do have inspiration marked here, so I might
Okay.
use that. I have to use that ahead of time, right?
Yes.
Yeah, then this is definitely a time to burn that. Persuasion. Come on. Come on, are you kidding me?
Wow.
Oof.
Ugh.
Maybe she takes pity on you.
Well, she has the information. It's
Oh.
her what to do with it.
Oof.
Yeah, you basically get the response of, thank you, we'll collect him once the fire dies down.
It's like, sorry, the Fury is not available right now. Please leave your message. We will get back to you as fast as we can.
5 to 10 business days.
Yes, like, oh, great, cool. Yeah. Currently, we are clocked out. I mean, they are part of the law hell thing. Makes sense.
All right. At the end of your turn, the massive red dragon, who has not yet told you his name, will beat its massive wings in a wing attack. Each creature within 30, Hades is excluded here. Give me a dex save. That is Artemisia and Aravanda.
The dex thing that targets multiple people, if that matters.
Did Haldemir say he would be
Maybe he is.
Oh,
Oh yeah, but yeah, be right back 2 seconds. That's more than 2 seconds ago.
How dare.
We'll have to give that away.
it's okay.
Dragon.
Try to look at all my spells and look at which is kill evil dragon god. Yes, perfect. I can't believe I had this spell all along. No. Probably not.
This dragon is a bully.
Yeah, I know.
So mean.
It's funny, I did exactly one barrage of Eldritch Blast, and I'm already like, maybe I should just go in close range. I should get in there. This sucks.
The benefit is the AC buff from being next to someone.
Yes. Well, and my Murder Blade.
Although I've almost died and I've not really taken an AC attack, so
I would have advantage then, and this one's really hard to kill.
yeah. It's true.
Because my magic darkness doesn't care about light, so even if this thing is fucking bright light source, my evil Lutheria crown will bring victory. Now you will not be able to see, so I guess I'll have to be next to Artemisia.
It's really all right. I'm not doing anything much, but going further around my next
I'm
turn.
guessing this is on me, right?
Haldomir,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
give me
Yeah.
dex saves for you and Aravander.
Legendary resistance from Aravander.
Alright, he saves.
And I'll use my inspiration on this one. Well, that didn't help. I'll use his other legendary resistance then.
Alright. You both succeed and take no damage, as the dragon will...
Actually, it's only 20 bludgeoning damage, isn't it?
Mhm.
Oh, I'll take that. That means you'll take it.
Alright.
So, because it's only 5.
And
Because I
oh,
halve it because evasion and then halve the damage because of the invisible bullshit.
bullshit.
Yeah.
As the dragon will choose not to use its flying movement. Darius, you did your turn. Demos.
That was my turn. Yep.
Demons doesn't get a turn, but Restriction will sort of fly over here. And, breathe poison on the two of them.
Alright. Hades, I believe, is immune.
That's the two of them. You should take a Constitution saving throw. Unless they're immune to poison, like everything else.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like monks at level 9 or 5 or
Yeah,
whatever the
or-
fuck.
Hades is immune, the dragon is not.
Well,
Okay.
But he succeeds.
Maybe you really
Oh,
are
oh
good.
well,
There's
we can
no
take
war.
half.
29 damage.
Cough. Alright, and then she is like real fast right now because she's still hasted. So actually, she has like all the movement in the world that she ever needed. So gotta like go over.
Fuck away
Gotta
so
go
that
over.
Demos doesn't get
Go over here.
Oh,
Like just zooming past.
Well, she's double move speed and can take an extra move action, so she can move like 320 a turn. It's she's
Alright.
very, very fast.
very anime.
Just gonna go over there with Demos because he can't do anything. So yeah.
Arid, it's your turn.
Oh, it's not taking another action.
No.
Only gets 3. Well, only.
Oh, it must be terrible. Oh. I guess I'll move 30. And then I'll quicken Eldritch Blast. And here.
Targeting the dragon.
Yes.
He Eldritch Blast of Force hit some faintly shimmering barrier around the dragon and do nothing.
What? Did he shield me?
You can make out that he has erected a barrier of force around him, presumably a globe of invulnerability.
Oh, that's the buff. No spells lower than 3rd level can target him.
Oh.
I think
Great.
that's what it does. I don't remember.
Wait, can
Something
I
like
have
that.
not quickened then after I fired the first blast and
Yeah,
nothing happened?
that's fair.
Cool. Okay. Well, that sucks for me. Well, so nothing can target him?
Spells below a certain level won't be able to target him,
Oh, great.
depending on the level he cast it at.
Yeah. Oh, and not Hades either.
That is true. Yeah, he's also inside.
Oh man, I was gonna hex Hades. All right. Well, that sucks. I have nothing more to say.
Hexblade Curse.
No, that's not a spell.
Well,
Should I do it? Is that on the dragon?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that. Let me see the range. Figure that out. With 5e tools, you can always have your stuff right on hand. There's Hexbladers. Man, what? So does that end? Is that concentration? What?
No, you just do it.
Forever?
Pretty much.
What?
It is a concentration spell.
Okay. Oh, okay. Place a curse on someone as a bonus and choose one. No, I cannot do it from here. It is too far away. Yeah, that's it.
All right, it is the dragon's turn. Artemisia is right in front of it, but well, that's a fun spell. Artemisia, give me.
Polymorph.
I'm close. It is also concentration.
You're crap. No.
No, for now he'll leave the globe up instead, and is just going to breathe fire. I think he's a red dragon. That seems appropriate.
Oh, that seems appropriate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I just remembered I took the lucky feet. I could have rerolled this. Shit.
He will breathe fire in, quite frankly, an excessively large cone.
An excessively large coat.
It's like that quarter of the map.
More than that, actually.
Oh god.
It is a 300
Fuck.
foot cone.
300.
goodness.
Just
Oh, wow.
like this,
Hey,
basically.
Darius and Demas!
Holy crap.
That is generous. He could eat.
Okay.
That's a beefy boy. Alright.
I can't easily angle it to hit all of you without doing some really weird cone origin shenanigans. So I'm happy just hitting the
That's
two of
fair.
you.
I'll take it. Okay,
Ooh,
epic
alright.
I'll
reflexes.
take it.
Yeah.
Give
Just,
me
like,
a
move back
deck
and-
save.
I don't think I can. I can't actually succeed at this. And neither will I. Okay.
Need 3. Oh, that's close.
Jesus Christ!
No. Alright, we'll take half.
41
Of that.
fire damage. Thank God for this fire shield.
Oh yeah, we have
I'm so glad
resistance.
I'm death warded.
So half of 41 is 20. 20.
God damn it. That fucking evasion. How many monk levels do I need to take to get evasion?
6, I think.
Ah,
So
okay,
you
that's a
could
lot.
have it once you reach level
7.
26.
Yeah.
It's 7th level for
Right.
You know, if I do become a god, I'll just be this, but with evasion.
with evasion. So we're finally down to our actual health after the temporary hit points have now gone.
Now fuck off. Now fuck off. This is bullshit.
Yes, it is Hades' son, who's quite happy, still being like in the
Yeah, the
paw of
familiar.
Yeah, we need to separate them.
big old red dragon. He'll cast Hold Monster, Naravander.
Does Aravanda cast? Oh,
I
monster?
can counter spell. Can I counter spell through that dumb barrier?
Too
Uh,
far.
You're
I
too
don't
far
I can
away.
do it.
Can.
Is it not 90?
Well, you could
60.
upcast it. It's 60.
Oh, man.
I'll. He's called a hold monster. I'll do a 6th level counterspell on Hades.
Oh no, it's fine. I got the 3rd legendary resistance. Just know it.
I don't think
sure
you
you don't
want
wanna
to use
keep
that
that
on
for
whole
later?
monster.
Yeah, you,
mean, a
you might have
6th
some
level
like
spell slot's
crazy
pretty-
ass. Like we still have another fight after this. Hold your resistances, my guy.
Alright,
I got you.
alright,
I got you.
alright. I've got 2. Never mind. But yeah, go.
Right, you want to counterspell?
6th level counterspell.
Right, you counterspell the spell.
Yes. Take that,
Um,
Hades.
I'm assuming the counterspell works despite the Globe of Invulnerability, simply because you're not
Yeah.
targeting a person.
Also, more than 3rd level.
Yeah, I think I don't remember exactly what, but Globe of Invulnerability doesn't work on like every level spell. Like there's a cap.
Yeah, it is heavily upcast though. It works on most spells, I can tell you.
Oh, gotcha. Cool. That makes sense.
Can't affect creatures.
Yeah,
objects.
creatures or objects. Yeah, targeting a spell.
Sure. For now, I'm gonna rule in your favor on this. Artemisia.
Very generous. Thank you.
Yeah, we're gonna. You know what? Actually, Aravandar's quite angry that he just got attacked by Hades, so he's gonna come over and bite Hades. 'Cause fuck that guy.
That's a hit.
Chop.
Yeah, 18 piercing damage. You son of a bitch.
Yeah, maybe you should have worn armor, idiot.
And
Or
Artemisia is
shield.
going to go to town on the Big Red because he's the real threat here, and she has advantage on everything. So
They all hit.
one of them's a crit. That's my 2nd crit of the night.
Wait,
So
would that mean even if I cast my Shadow Blade and went into melee, I wouldn't be able to hit it?
Any spells can't
Yeah.
affect them. Conjuring your
Ugh.
blade, I don't think is like casting a
But
spell on them.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true. Using it is not okay. I was gonna
It-
say,
it's
well, I'll
26.
leave.
It's more of a
Okay.
one-way window, really.
Yes,
One-way
doesn't
mirror.
want all my
Come on.
Eldritch Blasts.
That's
Fine.
why I'd speed it up for you. Shoot.
You punch the scales, leaving marks behind. What's he gonna do? At the end of your turn, he's gonna try beating his wings again, because if he makes Aravander fall into that hole, that would be hilarious.
I don't know if I agree, but no, I
So
do.
Aravandar can't actually make this save, so that'll be the 2nd legendary resistance.
Alright.
Artemisia will roll though. Not make it, but 6 damage is not much.
Yeah, you take 6 damage.
Yeah.
Ugh, ooh.
Darius, your turn.
Okay, is Hades like glommed onto him like a tumor, or like
He's sort of
What's this-
standing in his upturned claw. He's standing there fairly steadily, but he is separate.
okay? Copy that. In that case, oh, this seems so. I don't think I can shape this around in a way that no. I need to separate them. No, I will do a this 9th level Dispel Magic on the Globe of Invulnerability.
Alright, the globe is gone.
Ugh, that hurt, but it needed to be done. And then, actually, Pythor gets to roll. No, doesn't get his breath back. But he's gonna come up because he's got multi-attack. He's gonna try and 16, 21, and 27 against Hades.
Oh, against Hades. Then the 21 and the 27 both hit, slashing and slashing at him.
Mm-hmm.
Pythor fights with fury against
I
the
mean-
kidnapper of his sister.
I don't want to be close to it, but it seems like how can Pythor not get in there?
That's very true. At the end of your turn, might as well take another chomp. Artemisia is so sturdy. He does not like that. He's gonna attack Respition here. Hail swiping him.
Ugh.
22.
Hits, even with shield wall.
16 bludgeoning, and he falls prone. Oh,
Okay.
well, he gets a strength save, but I'm not sure if he can physically make that.
Yeah, I don't know if he can.
In shield.
Oh, that's right. I think he does have the shield spell.
He does.
He's going to use it.
All right.
He's also
He
got
blocks.
warding block.
He blocks the massive flaming tail with magical force and pure willpower.
That's until the end of his next turn too.
Got a whole round of this.
All right, Demos.
Well, that's just great, isn't it? Let's see here. What can we do? Can move. Here. Then fight the dragon. I think that's a no.
That is a no.
Does Hades share the space of First Red?
Yes, basically.
I will attack Hades. The Avenger.
Those hits both hit him square in the face. He is, as it turns out, also a fiend.
Yes, I bet he is. You know what? I got
Some made
smites,
for
so
murdering him.
I will use a level 4 smite evil. And the fiend will be
Oh Jesus!
19 bonus damage.
For
Not bad.
85? 85 damage. A massive strike.
And then I action surge
Oh,
to do it again.
Do it.
they're much more
That's
effective
a
than
crit.
others.
Ooh, that's a
First one
crit!
there.
Oh,
So
Oh!
that's 1d8.
Smite.
Okay, 1d8. Yeah. I'll probably smite, but let's just see what I get for the beginning. So it's 1d8 plus 1d4 plus 1d8 plus 2d10. Bonus damage on a crit, so 20 extra. First hit.
I can tell you that with those clean, free swipes, slashes, the weapon itself glowing in holy radiance, that will just finish him off.
Alright.
Does his body poof or does it stay?
It does appear that after giving you an incredulous look, as you've shattered his own feelings of invulnerability, his body does melt and eventually evaporates. He does not truly die, but maybe this is where the Irinians come in.
I was gonna say, you're gonna
They're just
have
waiting
some,
at
a
his
committee. Yeah, they
Second wind a little
basically
bit
are.
there.
Yes,
Getting a little
they're
bit of
sitting
touch.
on his throne, one on the seat, and like
Yeah.
two on the the armchair, like the armrests. It's like, oh, hello.
Alright, well, he's gone at least, so that's that.
Well done. Well done, Dimas.
I have a sword that's really good for it. So.
Yeah.
The massive dragon simply comments, "Pathetic."
Wouldn't that be
Clean.
great?
Finally lowers his
Yeah, I
claw.
was gonna say.
Arid.
It's still so far away. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? No, alright, I'll just move my 30. Then I'll bonus action cast my Shadow Blade. And then well, first I'll Eldritch Blast. Alright. The dragon. And then I'll cast my Shadow Blade. Ooh, look at that.
Well, the first two hits are definitely hits.
Oh, my
And this
damage
time-
rolls of 1 and 2. Come on.
And this time, no magical shield of force
Yeah.
pops up
Yeah,
to
you
stop
know,
it.
oh, Jesus. Okay. Well, I'm slowly closing their distance.
All right. It is his turn. As I will see if he recharges. He does not. He will cast a spell, I think. He does not, because he has no spell slots for that left. Funny that he too has spell slots. No, it's time he finally properly attack. For the weight on his claw has been lifted.
So Hades was like the equivalent of like Goku in Dragon Ball, like taking his weights off. It's like,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
haha! Now I'm
now
even better.
unencumbered.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll see. He will turn to Demos to knock him down a peg, as he will start with his multi-attack. As he will attempt to bite.
A shield.
29.
Shield that.
All right.
That's a shield.
All right. Followed by a claw for
Oh,
37.
Mhm.
So
Can't
that's
shield
for
that.
19.
Can't shield that. That's just gonna hit.
19 slashing damage, and you are grappled.
I cannot be grappled.
All right, you're not grappled. You're too slippery.
Can't you be grappled?
No, I have a ring of free movement.
Followed by
Oh, right! Oh my
Yeah.
god,
Oh, that
yes!
still hits. Oh man,
a
I need
32.
someone over here with a shield wall.
Yeah, that's you, Artemisia.
Or,
I
or
need
like
to
my
not
buff,
be
really.
near
Any of those
guys.
things would work.
Uh,
All right.
We're basically
Artemisia.
both dragons, and that's about it.
I mean, yeah, sure. Let's go buddy up. Buddy system, everybody.
I need to
Alright,
be
okay.
next to someone who has
No.
Oh yeah.
light
Oh,
sight.
Not worth for breath weapon.
I can take a breath weapon. I'm not scared of his breath. Everyone else might be.
Okay.
I'm not. And you know the usual
Sounds fine.
20. Wow, those are terrible. Except for that 30 at the end, I guess.
25 and 30 certainly hit for
All right.
15.
Terrible. But at least I have 2 more hit points. 2 more AC even. I'll take it.
He will. What will he do? I think he will use the legendary action to just claw Demos again, keeping up his onslaught here.
No.
29? No.
Shield. Hehe.
Maybe he should be targeting someone else. Darius.
Okay.
No, target
First,
me, you fat worm.
You are just too sturdy. You're just a monster. You're invisible and also just resisting everything.
I am going to take out one of these scrolls that we were given. Let me see here. What's the range? Okay. We are going to cast a prismatic wall in a 30-foot sphere around him. So I need to back up a little bit first. Which does a whole bunch of bullshit if you move through it. Like 7 different things. I can't place it in an area where someone already is. But I can exempt people. So I'm going to exempt everybody in the world except for this guy and John's boss. And we're going to put a prismatic sphere around them.
Did John ever tell us his boss's name?
It was
Nope.
Mechanist, right? Yeah, so I don't think I can exclude him, but I was just
No,
doing
it's
a
not
bit.
Mechanist. It's someone who
uh,
wants to take over Mechanist.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
it's
that's
someone who
right.
wants
I
to
was
take over.
thinking, did we kill one of
Everybody's
his friends when we killed that, like,
Maybe the Sphinx.
the
No,
Sphinx?
because we didn't
in-
actually kill it.
Oh,
No.
right.
We can't. You can't. It's very difficult to kill one of them.
30-foot
We didn't kill him in the past, so they existed in
Yeah.
the future.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
Mhm.
And because they exist in the future, they exist in
Oh,
It's-
yes, sure.
Just travel back in the past and see
Can
their
we
own past.
hit and shoot through the
Yes, you
prismatic-
can. I
Okay,
exempted
great.
everybody except for him, but it's a bad time if he tries to move. Ah,
Want to
Defend
sphere at
yourself.
30.
come on. I will not miss these map tool drawing tools. There we go.
All right. He is covered
Okay.
in a sphere of like scintillating multicolored light.
Yeah. And then, Sophia, got any forced movement shit? Now's the time.
As it turns out, I don't.
Standing in him there,
Like-
you need to move one to the side.
Yeah, no, move on to the left.
Pythor's gonna go and make his
To the left. to
multi
the left.
attacks.
Oh yeah, that is okay. 26 hits.
Hmm.
30 damage as he strikes through the wall that leaves him
Oh,
alone.
I'm so sorry. It's a 30-foot diameter, and I used a radius. But still, that should just get him.
He is at 25. Yeah,
Boom.
sure. That exactly encases him. I can work with that.
Okay. Maybe just give him an aura or something.
All right.
Okay. That's me.
Can he attack through the wall?
I don't know. Almost burn. You and creatures can pass through. If another that can see moves within 20 feet. Ooh. So he has to, because he starts his turn there, make a con save or become blinded for a minute.
Oh, interesting. All right, we'll handle that on his turn.
Yeah,
For
and
now, he
then-
is not gonna do anything.
Yeah, it attempts to reach into or pass through a wall. It does so. I would assume that includes making an attack.
Yeah, that makes sense. Actually, on the end of Darius' turn, he's gonna do another blast with his
Definitely.
wings.
Mm-hmm.
Give me dex saves. Also, Respitrion is hovering over the hole. Just feel like that's worth pointing out.
All right, that the last of Aravandar's
I don't think I can make that,
legendary
but-
resistances.
Taking his
Um,
attacks off the table.
It
That's
is, yeah.
pretty worth it.
Sure. No, alright, I'll take.
If you fail, you take 20 bludgeoning damage, and the dragons will be forced to crash.
10 even.
What does that entail?
How high is Luxia flying?
How high is the dragon flying? I mean, we know she. I mean, like.
The dragon is sitting on the ground. It is
Oh.
standing.
Okay, well then it's like
Oh, shit.
5 feet or something.
All right, she can just basically be forced to land.
Oh, fuck.
Respitrion has to be flying to be there, however, and is also flying precariously over a hole.
Mm-hmm. He fails.
Right.
He fails. He basically crashes. Give me another dex save.
Ugh.
That is a failure. You and him both start plummeting.
Okay.
That's unfortunate.
Featherfall.
Oh yeah, I've got Featherfall. Let's do that.
Would be a good use here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Don't
Especially
get
since
my
you're
dad
on him.
killed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's be real awkward.
Alright, basically, instead of plummeting, Respitrion slows down and is not in danger of, crashing horribly eventually. But you are basically 60 foot down, so you have to spend a movement and a bit to get out again.
No worries.
Still, digital high five. Featherfall for the
Yeah,
win.
yeah. Bam.
Demos.
Dragon's mean. Don't like it much.
I know. I'm tired of this.
I am running
I'm
out
gonna
of hit
teleport in
points.
there this time.
I'm very quickly running out of hit points. I don't have a lot of ways to heal. So
I'll heal you. this time.
Okay, but he has a turn before you do.
That's true. I can't do much about that.
Also, I don't really want to attack for this wall of glowy lights that I see.
You're fine. You can attack through it.
Okay, well, in that case, I'll try to strike him. The crit.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my goodness.
Not a fiend,
Ah,
right?
crit. Wow.
He is not a fiend.
I'll blow a 5th level smite on him. You know, why not? Give him that, and reroll it twice.
Right, just in a single blinding flash. You 67 points damage. The other attack is another 21 for a total of 88 points of damage.
Alright. Oh, so actually I should also have one.
You can see the like scales of the dragon having cracked at this point, leaking almost magma like blood.
Well, that's actually also crits.
Wow.
Because he's not. I'll be 19 extra on that.
I need to get in there. I'll come in and
Another
kill.
37.
Yeah. And sort of have. No, I can't. I can't move away because Suksha goes before me. So I'll trust on Archibisia to heal it.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Dimas,
This is literally
Uh-huh.
30 by 30.
you should have also, when you have fire shield, the enemy takes. Oh, it doesn't take fire damage.
fire.
Never
Oh,
mind.
cold.
I thought it was cold. Oh,
It is cold.
Oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, she that's right. You should have taken 4d6, right? Is it d6? 2d6 for each.
Yes.
so
You should have taken half of 4d6 because it was just into cold. So you should have taken 7.
hey, damage is damage.
Yeah,
Damage
it is.
is damage.
I should remember it.
All right. Well, I remembered it because I'm soon gonna be pummeled by this thing. You have blind sight, Artemisia, right?
Yeah.
Sweet. I'll dimension door here. I can't be. No, that's dumb. I should just double move, shouldn't I? I'll double move. I have my.
What happens if he tries to attack?
He has to make 7 different dexterity saving throws.
Excuse me?
You gave me the spell, my guy.
This medic wall is
I don't know what
total
it does.
bullshit, actually.
It's extremely bullshit.
Double move here, and then I'll cast a hexblade curse on it.
You know what? It's not gonna attempt to strike at you.
And I currently have when she like makes the hand motion to sort of like cast the hexblade curse, she like unveils, like she still has that darkness veil basically, and she like pulls it over her head so that a
Oh, that's cool.
15 radius around her is covered in magical darkness. It is not dispelled by light from magical effects.
My God, that helm of darkness is way scarier to think of it as a balaclava. You just like pull it down over your face and then
Yeah. For me,
spreads
it's
out.
that's her.
Terrifying, man.
She basically has a headscarf, and then every now and then she'll fucking pull the curtain, and it's a very cool aesthetic. If they could see me, they would also see black wings and like my black evil sword. But really, I'm just a black ball of darkness. So
You probably
that's
got
it. That's
blindsided
my
or something.
move
Maybe
and
even
bonus
foresight.
section. And
So you
action.
probably see how awesome you are.
Alright, you cover yourself in darkness.
I do.
Dragon's turn. It is encased in some serious magic.
Mhm.
Like this This is Arcane Mastery.
It can't
is
even breathe on Darius. He's down in the hole.
true.
Yeah, the breath. I don't know if it. I'm a bit
That's a
bummed
con
he
save
goes
or be
there.
blinded.
True. He has to roll a con save.
His
I've-
con saves are ridiculous, though. Yeah.
Yeah, I've confidence.
Hey!
Hey.
Oh no.
He wins. Good night. No. Ariad lays down. She gives up.
It doesn't block teleportation, however.
Oh, he's got a teleport effect.
Oh,
Shit.
great. I am ready with my counterspell. I have
Yeah,
all
yeah,
intentions.
yeah,
I have
yeah.
all intentions of casting it, and I'll cast it at 9th level if needed.
Keep him in the fucking ball.
I will not. No, you fucking don't.
You know what? Yeah, he casts teleport.
I'll counterspell it with a 9th level spell slot.
All right, he will attempt to counterspell your counterspell.
With also a 9th
Okay.
level spell slot.
No, not quite. He does have to roll.
In that case, I will use an 8th level counterspell.
But you are down in the hole and can't see him.
Yeah.
I can't see him. Okay.
No,
can't see
you're 60 down, man.
Right.
Alright, it's a big hole. Just like the angle might let me see him.
No, not
Fair
quite.
enough.
Make an ability check. He has to hit a DC 19. What's his
Or actually, I could
intelligence?
just make him roll. No, I have to see him. Shit.
I mean, he has a good chance to beat the DC, but not that amazing, actually. Wait, he's a sorcerer. He has charisma. That is much better.
Wait.
Wait, he uses his charisma?
I can see.
Yeah, he's a sorcerer.
Oh.
He's a dragon, of course he's a
Obviously,
sorcerer.
Almost
This
didn't
is
make
blood
it.
magic.
He manages to counterspell your counterspell
Oh, boo.
and disappears.
I guess I can't counterspell. It's counterspell.
Only one reaction.
Kind of the reaction.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Well, now I can't cast Wish, guys.
Not yet. You wish him back in the hole. That's a.
Yeah, that might be the move.
Yeah.
We don't know where he went.
Wish him back
know
on the
what?
prismatic wall.
That's
That was
fine. I have
hilarious.
Hexblade curse on him. I'll know.
Let me
Probably.
let me back up a few seconds. He's an arrogant dragon. He would of course tell you where he's going. As
Mitros. That we're very far away from Mitros.
as in a deep voice, he will say, "You do not want to fight me, then so be it. I will not be
What?
caged again. I will
You
go
are
to where you have no choice but to face me in the open. I will beat down your cities into dust. I will set aflame your forests. I will sink your ships and remove any trace of civilization from this island, merely because I want to." Before
This is
disappears.
why people don't like you.
This is the dick move we were talking about. Like, that's it.
Ariat, you gotta wish him back.
Yeah, we got.
Can I? I don't think I can do that. Like, I can
It's a
only.
wish.
Wish lets you
Wish.
do whatever.
Do you have a spell slot to cast it?
I can use a bonus action to do that. I can get 5 or I can get 8 sorcerer points back, and then I can spend
Oh, the font
1
magic,
sorcerer
yeah.
points per level to up a spell level.
So you can
Oh,
undo
actually, I
it.
can just up level a 8th level to 9. That's much easier.
You can undo a single recent event by forcing a reroll of any roll made within the last
Oh.
round, including, for example, his counterspell roll.
Yeah. His
Reality
counterspell roll.
reshapes itself, but it has to be like basically
You can
the
also
next
do the
turn.
one that's like you roll to see if you never can cast Wish ever again, but then you can just ask for whatever. Now there's like sheep can monkey paw it if it's more ridiculous, but
Yeah, you can. The safe way to use Wish in this situation would be to reroll his counterspell. He has a less than 50-50,
Yeah,
so
I think that's pretty worth
there's
it.
that. You can also use Wish to be ridiculous with it. In which case, I will do my best to make you regret that, but it will work.
it's campaign finale. What do you have to lose?
Or if it's the finale, you might as well, right?
Wait. Is it?
Then
Whose
there's
turn is it?
It's his turn now.
It is the dragon's turn.
Yes, yeah. It's not my turn yet.
Artemisia.
That would be. Oh, there's no bigger insult you could do to this guy than to force him back in a prison again.
No, I'll
Honestly.
probably make him re-roll his save, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, skip.
Fair enough.
Just, I
Heal
feel like
me,
it's
heal me,
skip to
man.
Ariad. Oh yes, the heal Demos. We'll use cast heal from the Caduceus for 7
What?
tier points.
Feels like so little.
It does feel like so little, but it's actually quite a lot.
Single
You know?
charge. That's pretty great.
Single charge, and I have 5 of them, so
Right.
Darius, you need to get the fuck up here.
I'm coming.
So you can rig when I make him re-roll.
I have to
my
be able to
turn.
see it.
Yeah.
Unless Wish would allow me to
I
mess
mean,
with that.
technically speaking, when he re-rolls it, you can declare it, right?
Yeah, I was gonna.
like,
won't he be
I have-
back here when he re-rolls?
Oh,
it?
if you're forcing
Yeah.
it. Oh,
Yeah.
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 You just
All right,
cast
we
the
got
spell
him.
now.
We
Get
got
the
him.
fuck up.
We got him. All right, let's
Well,
do it.
Got
he
him.
might legendary resistance, I guess, but
It can't.
he
It's the
can't.
saving throw.
oh yeah, you're right. Ooh.
All right. No breath for Pythor, but we will fly back up in position to help work with Ariad.
I think Eric basically is like, get ready, Darius.
Yeah.
Get up
Yeah.
here.
I got you. Yeah, it's like sifting through the timelines already, like getting ready to pick the one.
All right. Demos.
Sorry, mechanically.
I can't reach him, but he's attacking my city, and I can't have that.
Lay on
so-
hands.
Yeah, I could, I guess. I think I'm really
Master
more
patience.
like in a punishing mood, so I'll channel divinity to do divine bond on my weapon. I got buffs, and then I'll liquidate a spell slot to get some bond of magic back. Bonus action. Asset, you must give me strength so that I may protect the holy city. And yeah, I can't really do any more. I'll have to have you teleport me there if this doesn't work.
Of course.
All right. Arid.
Yes. From the blackness, I suppose. It's like reciting in some ancient siren tongues, probably. And yeah, I'll use Wish. I'll upcast it with the Sorcerer Point, turning my 8th level into a 9th level, and rewarp time and force him to back and to remake his counterspell.
Which will
All right.
be a 4.
Time reshapes according to your wishes for a brief second, barely enough for anyone, just enough for Darius
I'm gonna
to.
say it's one of the like moments where it's like normally it's like in anime they scream, but I imagine that a spell
Yeah.
like Wish is actually pretty fucking taxing.
Yeah.
So, like the
yeah.
blood is just burning.
Could you
Like
imagine the
those,
perspective from Mitros? It'd be like that little flickering images in Fight Club or whatever. Just like a giant dragon appears for like a frame and disappears again.
The like a mythic
Everyone's
power
questioning
theme
what they
Wrath
saw.
Righteous plays.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and in that brief flicker, the brief flicker of the past that Wish summons, it is enough for Darius to affect reality with. It is enough for Ariad to affect reality in a way to give Darius the chance to do something here. What does he roll?
He rolls a.
It's a
Ooh, do I
4,
want to
It's a
right?
give him?
sweet
I might
4 there.
actually give him the 7 though, because then
Oh,
I can
true.
keep the 4 for something lower, which I think is he didn't.
That would be enough.
Yeah,
yeah.
it was. He needed to make a DC 19, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give him the 7.
All right, with that 7, he rolls a 15, which is not enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
He returns in confusion.
That's the best one sorcery point I've ever spent.
That ever will. Yeah. High five, man. That's
Yes, I want to reach through the screen. Jesus. Sorry, that's professional.
Decorum.
Yeah.
You know, it is the kind of powerful magic that makes, you know, the hairs of everyone around here stand up.
Which again would look really bad, except no one can see me. Well, I guess the ones with true or like blind
I mean,
sight can see me.
that makes it really impressively ominous, though. You just hear
Yeah, right.
chanting, perhaps even sirens singing,
Yes.
just
Yeah,
intoning the wish
definitely.
spell, and suddenly reality changes. But it is then the dragon's turn, unless you have my actions.
No, that's. I think I'll. Well,
He'll
okay. I
attempt
wished him
to
back. So
recharge.
technically, Darius would have had to.
No, that's a reaction.
No,
He's
you
fine.
wished him back.
Oh,
I just
wished him back. Okay.
rigged the roll.
No, I can't do any. Is it cheesy to slap him in the face?
Do it. You got
I feel
bonus
like
action,
I
right?
should. Yeah. I'll quicken a shadow blade. Shadow booming.
Booming shadow blade.
Yes,
Boom.
Hex blade. That is a 27.
A 27 hits for 36 points of damage. Yeah, you feel the blow land well. The dragon seems to be faltering. Still encased in like this massive magic, and he looks pissed. Pissed to the point where he will just straight up crawl through whatever magic this thing can throw at him.
Oh my.
Great.
He does not give a single shit.
Okay, in that case.
Oh, he's moving away from me?
Well, first, you gotta see if he's blinded, right?
yeah.
Can't
That's
say if
true.
he's not.
He's
fine.
not shit. He's
Now
confident.
he needs to make 7 different dexterity saving throws.
Alright,
One
he'll
at a
make the first
time.
one. Actually, he's not gonna bother doing the first one because it's fire damage.
Yeah.
The second one would be the layer of acid. He actually fails that one.
All right.
10d6.
Acid.
He'll take 10d6 acid
Oh,
damage.
Jesus. What the fuck?
His scales are scorched. The next one will be the lightning layer. He makes that. He takes half.
Yeah.
Take 19. He just crawls, just taking the magic to the face, just getting burnt all over. The next one is the
Poison
poison layer. He fails.
Oh,
Takes
Oh, no.
43 poison, as you can see, like part of his
My-
body just trying to crawl in sheer rage through the magic. It is like decaying and burning. Next one, cold.
3 more.
Fucking hell.
Mhm.
Insane.
Cold. That is a fail also.
he's
Alright,
resistant to that, though,
29.
right?
He does have resistance to it,
Yeah.
however.
All right, 14
14.
cold.
But he is basically falling apart at this
Well,
point.
let's see if he
His
fails the
scale
next one.
splitting open. Indigo. Dex save. He makes that one.
Aw, he could have been restrained. That would be great. He's stuck inside it.
Yeah, right.
Half
Um,
inside it.
No, the
Yeah.
indigo layer does not do
No,
damage.
no do damage. That was his habit.
And the
And last one.
last one is just whether he's blind or not. He will use a legendary resistance on that one, just to
Okay.
crawl through it with sheer determination. Really,
Mhm.
I'm moving him mostly just the imagery of him actually moving.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
I mean, he wants to get out of it.
He
for sure.
provokes
He
as
does
he
want to
moves,
go.
right?
He does.
Yeah, so if I hit with an attack opportunity, his movement immediately ends.
I don't
Oh.
think he provoked from Demos.
No, he
I
doesn't.
think he remained within Xerxes.
Yeah.
But
What?
it's Ariad,
Fucking Python.
Aravandar, and
Oh, Arya!
Artesia
Yes, I
has-
also have the same booming blade.
Why wouldn't he provoke?
Because
Oh, yeah,
he
because he
walks it
sticks
within
around
your
it.
threat.
Alright,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
keep my reaction. I'm not gonna bother.
Oh, man! Fuck! No, that's not gonna do it.
Aravandar's.
Aravanda's attack is enough to drop it.
Oh,
Yes. Good boy,
With
Aravandar.
the magic onslaught, his body collapses to the ground.
We see the shimmering wall, right? We're like, the thing where the dragon's like claws pull through, but they're like skeletized as the
Actually,
skin
she-
just gets burned off.
He moved, and I had used Booming Blade on him. He would have
Yeah.
also taken the damage from my Booming Shadow Blade before.
You know what it is? Is he makes it out through all of that necrotizing blindness, and then Aravendar like bites his tail and drags him back a little bit.
Gets
Back
18,
through the wall.
18 thunder damage also.
His body, however, as damaged as it appears to be, is still filled with roaring fire. That even though even though his movement stops, the roiling does not. The bubbling of the blood seeping beneath the like cracks of the scales, even the wounds. I mean, it certainly looks like he's bleeding fire.
Yeah, we don't actually know how to finish this thing off, but you know.
It is
The
perhaps
attack
a question
Sandra.
for another time, as you get
Something
exactly one turn to do something.
Okay. I gotta move
Give
on
up
and
the
try.
deck to center.
I lay on hands.
Let's see.
Whatever.
Ooh, Pythor gets his breath back.
Okay.
She.
Yes.
This might be a bit more thematic than anything, but could Artemisia? This isn't really in the rule, but could Artemisia use her inspiration? I'm just thinking this is coolness for Aravandar to be able to use his breath weapon on the first red, like as he's like Aravandar like bites down on his chest and then just breathes out his cold breath into him using Artemisia's inspiration to like sort of bypass that little rule a little.
Mm,
I'm just thinking more thematic. I don't know if he'll do anything. But...
I think that's going a bit far. We're not
Okay.
quite done yet here. It's
Okay.
All right. I gotta move for you,
worth
Sheep.
considering. All right.
Pythor
one
is
turn.
going to move and use his repulsion breath and push the body in past the wall again.
Okay.
Ah,
Mean.
yes.
Let me look at the details of that real quick.
That's an evil laugh.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
we
a
definitely-
corpse. I'm
because-
presuming
because
it's failed to
Mr.
save.
Time Lord is gonna come here and revive this dumb dragon just like I brought it back. So we need
Yep.
to fucking.
Yep, that's why. That's,
Okay,
that's
40 feet away from the dragon will be like. I mean, you can angle that, I suppose. It'll be here.
Through it
Yes.
twice. Oh my god. I'm just bullying this thing at this point.
I mean, I believe the wall is broken though. As soon as you make it through it, right?
Do you? It lasts for 10 minutes.
It can only be broken by breaking down each layer one at a time.
Yeah. You have to do 7 different things to break it.
And no one ever does. Ever.
No, they teleport out.
Yeah, because no one can be bothered. This is 7
Yeah,
actions.
So he goes through all of that again twice and fails everything. Or I guess he would be restrained, so he wouldn't go through this a second time.
Yeah, I mean, we
He's
can't actually make him
confident.
fail, because if he fails everything, he's banished from this plane, which we don't actually want him to be. Maybe the gods care less if we send them to him, like, dead.
That's assuming he isn't like instantly vaporized
No,
by all the other shit
just-
first.
Just for the thematics and also for maybe balance reasons, I'm gonna say because the dragon clawed its way through the wall, it will be gone.
Okay.
I have to salvage this mess of a spell.
It's a very powerful spell, though. Like, it's
It
ridiculous.
did a lot. It did a ridiculous amount.
And,
Alright. In that case, can I keep my breath weapon?
Sure. Do you want to do something about something else with your turn? What do the rest of you do with a single turn? You can
Blade
see
on
the
hands.
body of the red just boiling, basically.
Are there still so it's got no is there still life force in there? There's still
It's hard to tell. Give me an account check.
Oh, great. My stellar +0 Arcana roll. 1d20. I don't know.
You don't know. It
Yeah,
might
looks
just
like
be the
fire.
fire sort of bubbling inside of it.
Yeah.
I'll use divination as an action and pray to Mitros for guidance on how to destroy this thing forever.
You ask a question. Okay. The DM offers a truthful reply. The reply might be a short phrase, a cryptic rhyme, or an omen. The answer would be fairly simple. Kill him again.
Nice.
Okay.
And Artemisia will
Well.
spend her turn to heal Darius.
Thank you. Got myself 15.
You kill him again. I mean, does that
Yeah.
mean you need to
I
stab him again?
tried, but the universe destroyed my weapon.
Because if
phoenix.
that's what Darius say, like Ariad will fucking stab this
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, keep
Well,
going.
I think it's more
Yes.
like, you know,
Yeah.
he needs to
got
come
the
back
form
and then we
coming
kill him
up.
again.
Yeah, as you what's the word I'm looking for? As you prepare to swing, the body suddenly explodes.
Yeah.
With enough force to at least push you back a little bit, although the fire actually, you know what? It does a d6 of fire damage. 3
Okay.
points of fire damage. Just
One
because.
I take one.
But the body rises again. This time it seems to not be like the dragon that is on fire, but more like fire inhabiting whatever is left of the shell of the dragon. The eyes, previously glowing orbs, are now basically floating fire. As with absolute rage, the dragon, the fire, roars and rises again. He will not be dead. Chromatic Awakening will reset to a whole bunch of hit points.
Oh Jesus!
Mythic
Mm.
actions.
This will go into a new initiative.
Ba-da-da-ba-ba.
Give me better initiative. Well, no, that's too high.
Oh. He was just like,
Wow.
finally it's done. Oh.
Yeah, I was
Well,
busy converting
yeah.
spell
Oh.
slots, you know.
Oh, that's almost perfect. Perfect initiative.
An almost
for
perfect
Artemisia.
roll.
Yeah, a 20 and a
And you had it
and a
almost perfect
7.
as well. Like only one less than that last time.
Ooh,
Wild.
crazy, dude.
We both got nat 20s on both of our d20 rolls on both initiatives.
Yeah,
Insane.
guys, you should have just critted instead. Come on.
As the dragon roars. You think it would be this easy? You think I've survived for eons, swam in the astral sea, survived the primordial chaos before time and for the gods, and you would simply slay me? Artemisia.
like we did the other three.
Yeah, I mean, so does this
Yeah.
count for breath weapon again? I don't remember.
What do you mean?
Because I can't use while fighting alongside you, it loses, and if you use his refresh, complete long rest. Okay, never mind. He can't use his breath weapon until he has a long rest. So, bite. Starting off strong.
Spin around and bite, hitting him for 16.
And then Artemisia 27, 30, 26, 30.
Those all hit.
For,
9,
a chunk.
47. Striking him. The fire flickering wherever your fist lands.
Could I have also just like hopped up 5 feet? I forgot to do that as well.
Sure. Darius.
Okay, so we all got shunted back. Are we in the is everyone in the air?
No.
No, not in the air.
No.
I think
I'm standing
Deimos
on
is,
the.
like,
I'm sitting on the
up.
edge up here.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Total of 26 fishes open in location. what I'm thinking here, just because it's very cinematic, because he's on the ground, is casting Earthquake on this area. That's a weird spell. Trying to actually figure out what it does. It's not just like damaging creatures standing on the spot. Fissures open up.
It's mostly against structures and
Yeah.
collapse. It would definitely collapse this hole if that was your goal.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I don't think that actually achieves anything for us. As cool as it would look.
You're like, I can do that too, dragon. Ruins the ground. Ruins the ground. It's like,
Right.
Darius, please.
Yeah.
This area will be hard enough to rehabilitate, man. Who was the destroyer? But no, come on. Not now. Python would just goad you on. It was like, yes.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it. All right. Speaking of Pythor, we'll do his lightning breath. Why not? Not the repulsion breath, the lightning.
All right, that's a dex save, I believe.
Yes. And it was 10d10.
53, half of that, which is 26.
Mhm.
Zap. It does leave a mark, pushing back the fire for just a second.
I will we'll back off a little bit, and I will trance. Second time with my ooh. There we go, because that's looking like a fire breath area we do not want to be in.
All right. At the end of your turn, the massive dragon will beat its wings and explode in a massive plume of fire. Everyone within 60 feet, give me a dex save.
Dex save and throw. Nope. Dex save and throw.
I don't
Is
think I
it-
can make that.
You see?
Is it still the 26 DC?
It is still 26, yes.
Yes, I have no chance. My rolls have been terrible.
If you fail, you take 23 fire damage, half on a success.
Yeah.
Actually, no damage on a success, sorry.
Half on a resistance.
So evasion is for if it's safe for half, isn't it?
Yep.
So
This
save
is-
for nothing doesn't affect that. Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Oh wait,
cool.
no. I have 10 hit points. Get rid of those.
That was fire, right?
Fire, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Saravandar has the resistance to fire.
And then it is the dragon's turn. He will spin around and glare at Xerxia. Although Ravandus is silver, he doesn't like that very much. Yeah, Xerxia will do better. As his eyes attempt to mesmerize her. Give me a wisdom saving throw with Xerxia. She has disadvantage on this one.
Oh,
Is
the
it
chromatic
magical though?
shit.
It is magic.
Okay, so that's just 19.
19 is a failure. She is charmed.
Well, sadly, she's immune to charm.
Yes!
Being within
I
demons'
forgot
holy
about
aura.
that.
Paladin bullshit!
Dragon probably wouldn't know either because he doesn't respect the gods.
No,
He might has a book, and it's a good one. So
There would be plenty of situations where I was like, oh man, this dragon would be smarter than this. Let me retcon, do something else.
Mhm.
But I think he does disrespect the gods and their power to the point where
He
doesn't
wouldn't have
know it that
actually
well.
known a paladin's
Yeah.
power. Yeah.
he looks and he tries to look and see,
Makes sense.
but the light of the sun shines down, blinds him for a moment.
Ah,
Cannot
the
see.
arrogance of
Yeah,
a red dragon as
he
well
could.
being as untied. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
He notices the sun's glare, looks up, narrows his eyes, and growls.
Oh, I love it.
I do not fight alone. And not just because I'm a dragon rider and I have my companions, but because there's another person here as well.
Arid, your turn.
Yeah, I mean, I see a big bully dragon. I'll go here to get that shield wall
Yeah.
and
But that
provide
shouldn't
that
matter
shield
as
wall.
much.
And then I'll Quicken Shadow Booming Hexblade. Oh.
It's a
There
lot
we
of
go.
adjectives.
There we go. Ooh. A 30 and a 23.
Those both hit for. That is a lot of damage. I'm surprised every
What?
single time.
Yeah,
Oh.
me too.
For
I'm like,
103,
hey.
slice and slice the psychic blade, cutting through the fire like butter. Which is
Yeah, see
strange.
if you want to
'cause-
move too. You get
Oh.
another 30, 42. Yeah. Shit.
Right, he
Oh
must.
wait, I rolled a 19. That's a crit on my Hexblade.
All right. Now tell me how much more
So-
damage he takes.
Oh, yeah. Man. Do I just roll it again or?
Roll the dice again, not
Yeah,
the.
it's an extra 88 from the looks of it.
Right. Okay. Here you go. Another 30.
Another 30. Yeah, he
Shadow Blade
is
it.
taking the onslaught. At the end of your turn, Ariad, he will bite you.
Okay.
He's so angry he gets to bite as his legendary action now. 34
Yeah, even my shield wall will not save me from that. Or shield, right?
for 24 piercing and 14 force.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I was not healed.
No,
He
you were
must.
less than 70 hit points of healing.
Well,
Sorry. How much healing did you give me with the Kadusha, sir? I don't think I tracked it.
70.
Yeah, I
I
definitely.
want to here.
Thank you.
Really, I just gotta begin dealing some damage to him. Here, so I'm next to my friends, and then we will just begin to venture a little bit.
Hit and a miss, unless you have advantage from somewhere.
I don't know where I would have that from. No.
Right, then it's just the first one hitting. For
It is a natural
19
one,
points of
so.
damage. Slice and slice.
And of course,
Fire
I've got
sizzles.
fights.
Dragon
Dragon crit. Yeah, sometimes. 6 plus.
For is that on top?
But because it's a crit.
And plus 49. Jesus. All right.
Poison. I need someone who's not resistant to it or immune.
Yeah.
Like demons and gods and undead. Right, that's
at
it,
the end of your turn, he's just gonna bite Ariad again. Like if he's going down, he's going to take someone with him.
Well, as he attacks someone who's not me while I'm adjacent, I get an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
23.
23 hits.
Okay. Actually, that's the wrong roll. I'm just gonna roll the other because my attack of opportunity is a booming blade, so it should have like that damage and stuff.
Oh, Jesus.
All right. That's a. Oh, it's an 18.
Yeah, no. 18.
Okay, well, I'll still
19
take damage.
slashing, 7 radiant, and 20 thunder.
Yeah, if he moves, you'll take 17 more.
Oh,
That's the
If he
punishment.
moves, he just explodes at this point. He will not. Artemisia.
yeah, that's true. Oh, 2 HP points left.
Oh, remember, you also have the fire shield area.
Yeah, that he's not doing fire damage to me.
No, but you do
Oh,
cold whenever
right.
he hits you.
So he should take 46 cold.
As you
He
said,
takes cold damage.
as you 6 to
Yes,
me.
on my fire shield.
Well, you took 4 instances of damage from him, right?
Yeah, but 2 of them were from the same. Like they were in sets of 2.
Right.
Yeah. Ha! Ha ha!
Artemisia.
All right. Artemisia will cast heal on Ariad.
It's okay. I'm death warded. I can technically
mean-
take 1 more turn. No,
No, you can
just
take
one
one more
more
hit.
You're right.
I'll heal you
not,
70 hit points.
Let's not grow.
We also
17.
still have the other
Crazy.
fight, so keeping death wards up is
Yeah.
Thank you.
And well, technically Aravandar would bite first, and then Artemisia would heal. But you get the gist.
Yeah, 22 hits.
Aravandar's been doing work this evening.
He's a big old dragon. Like
He's a
nothing to
Big
stop it.
chunky boy. Yeah.
Right, you heal Darius.
all right. We're just rushing in here. Well, I'll cast Chill Touch first at guy. Pivot, start getting more conservative here.
It is resistant to cold.
Necrotic,
That's
I
all
think.
right. It does necrotic and
Oh, okay. Never mind.
so that is 20 for 21 necrotic damage.
20 is a miss.
Well, that's unfortunate. Let's see if Pythor can do better. Nope, no breath. Yeah. Oh,
Miss.
3 17s. My goodness.
All right. At the end of your turn, he is going to swing around and hit Respetrion. Looking for a squishy, easy to kill target. Although Ariad is pretty squishy. He's gonna hit Ariad. Ariad is squishy.
Okay.
For another bite. 31.
I can't wait. Shield gives what? +5?
Mhm.
I can only get up to 30. Yeah. That's a hit.
For 37 total points of damage then.
He takes 2d6.
It does take some cold damage, it is true.
Oh yeah, 2d6. Which is then halved.
I think I forgot to half it earlier. Or what?
Oh, took 15,
I?
so you would have.
Yeah, he should be. He should take 8 points back. Alright, as he will inhale and let
Oh,
loose a
Jesus.
second massive gout of flame. He will basically just shoot left.
Point blank.
Not quite point blank. He's not hitting the tokens over there. They're basically above.
Hang on a second. I might have something for this.
I think it'd look cool, like if this was like slightly domed upwards. There like comes sweeping
Yeah.
across and then crumbs like crashing
Striking.
back over, like, or just like creates this pillar of fire as he breathes it out. The edges of the rock like burning or something.
Yeah,
Melting
he's
away.
basically
Oh.
not breathing out a massive cone, but breathing out a slightly narrow cone and sweeping it across.
Yeah.
As give me dex saves.
Ugh, I cannot make it.
Oh, I mean, too far away.
Can I? Let me just check. No, I think I have
What is it,
+3.
Demos? You give plus
+5.
5? All right.
Well, if I am close to
So-
you, then I blind you. You know,
Aravandar
Yeah.
doesn't.
True.
I can't give everything.
Jesus Christ, Artemisia rolls like 36 apparently.
Wow.
It takes nothing. Artemisia takes nothing.
Aravandar takes half
Oh
as
God.
mounted combatant. That's half of 74. I can't math. 37.
37, yeah.
I think I go down to my death word.
Oh jeez.
All right.
1 hit point.
I think a tactical
Yeah.
retreat might be in
Two
order.
hit points from 3 hit points from staying up. Yeah. Yeah. I can't. 1 hit point. So I guess I'll just delete 1.
Yeah, just set yourself to 1 then.
Boop.
To heal some if you
Oh, that
kill
wasn't hard to do. You know. Oh wait. Okay, I wasn't. I had been healed. So 45. Yeah. Boop.
Engulfed by flame, but still standing. Harriet.
Ugh.
Flee, Harriet. Flee.
Where can I go where it can't breathe on me?
Yeah.
I teleport
Which-
home to Mitras.
Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Sorry. That one. Hmm. Huh. Technically, let me just see here. A spell of level 8 or lower. What level is the heal spell or greater restoration?
What?
They are definitely below level 8.
Right?
Heal is level 6.
Yeah, heal's level 6. Greater restoration is level 5.
Oh, really?
But greater restoration doesn't heal anything.
Okay, doesn't heal. Is
It
heal the
just
best?
removes
Is
stuff.
heal the best heal?
The
Heals-
best heal would be mass heal, which is 9th level.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't do that.
but
It's
heal is
8th or
pretty good.
lower.
It's 70
Heal is
hit
the next
points.
best thing.
What?
Heal is the second best heal spell in the game.
Yeah. But that's burning a lot of sorcery points. But what else am I gonna do? Die?
Can't wish like restore people fully or something. You allow 20 creatures that you can see to regain full hit points.
But then I'll lose the wish spell, right?
Uh, you don't
We do need to save some resources for the second
The
fight.
basic
as well,
use of the
so
spell
keep
is
in
to
mind.
duplicate an 8th level spell or lower.
Yeah.
The spell takes it. Alternatively, you can create one of the following effects.
Yeah, but then you take damage from that, or
Yeah,
like
the
No.
stress of casting the spell to produce any effect other than duplicating another spell weakens you. So technically, doing the thing we did earlier would have also done that, but
oh, that's okay. Then
yeah.
we'll wipe it. Well, then I can't heal myself. If I don't have wish, I can't heal.
Well, we don't know if you do, right? It would be randomized.
It's a roll, I think.
Happens afterwards.
So should we do that roll, sheep?
Let's not worry about it right now because there's too many effects to retcon right now. But I would say you can't cast Wish again since you did the thing earlier.
Okay, that's fair. Well, then I should probably teleport out, huh? Is that? Yeah, I mean, it would suck to die here, I suppose. But I do so much damage. If you can resurrect me if I die, right?
Not anymore.
but
Use
only
Caduceus
tomorrow.
charges.
Yeah, okay, that would be a problem.
And only if your body survives, which is relevant against,
Yeah.
a
yeah.
huge fire dragon.
Okay, well, let me just, sorry, I'll not move here. I just need to measure distance. I'll dimension door over here.
All right. He cannot do anything about that.
And then I guess I'll quick nudge. You know, do something. Come on. That's a crit.
That is a crit.
Wait, that's a single one? That's not correct either. Should I roll 3 others?
Yeah,
I should.
give me 3 more. Do you still have advantage?
No.
Okay.
But
But the
that's
30
another
is
crit.
done, yeah. All right,
So
that's
2
two.
crits.
Give me some damage here.
I guess 2 more d10s
Yeah.
from the 2 crits. Hey.
Alright, you
my
teleport out of the way just as the dragon was preparing to smash its face into, snapping teeth and all that.
So
right
see,
at
I
you.
think you see from my perspective, it's like just a big hole full of teeth, like a glowing maw, like in the Pirates of the Caribbean when Jack Sparrow's like fucking getting eaten by the Kraken and just like whoop out and just blindly shoot fucking, maybe even start shooting the beams as I move through the dimension door.
Yeah.
Like, see you.
And the beams strike true indeed as they punch straight through like missing scales into its chest, into its very innards, as the dragon falls again.
Very
This
nice.
time into a smoldering heap.
Oh god.
Up above, you can instantly see the fire elementals who have been proving difficult for your forces up above dissipate. Shortly after, the 4 red dragons are in full retreat. Combat is over.
Oh, I heal. I heal a little bit from my hexblade. It's like 4 HP, but that's a lot when you have 1.
Nice.
Hey,
You've done it.
Yeah, I get ready for the next
We
one.
did
It's
it.
gonna be a bitch.
Yeah. Darius will dismount off of Respitrion and say thank you.
Right.
Spitron nods and says, "Thank you for this opportunity to enjoy this thoroughly harrowing encounter. You are so small," but sort of glances over to the huge red dragon. Both sizes and everything. I used to be as big as you are. Little bit, sort of. I was still taller.
And look at you now.
More muscular.
Yeah. A lot more handsome, also, really. I
For
mean,
now, father.
you dated what, like 2 chicks? Like in 500 years? Let's do the count. You know?
There's a lot of stone statues, actually.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's like brunch for him.
Artemisius is like ready for round 2.
Yeah.
apparently.
I'm immediately looking around for Dareth Axel.
I was gonna say Arya just like teleported, beamed, and now she's just like in the same moment, just like sat down on like the fucking edge. I was like,
Unblast the recoil.
yeah.
Just
Well,
sits
yeah,
on
she's
your
got like
ass.
fucking 8 HP, and now she's just clawed back to life from the Mitras, the Death Ward.
Oh. All right, we don't know how much time we have. I need to rally.
Well, time is a funny thing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
As Archurania rushes down to congratulate on your battle. The battle up above is winding down, the red dragons in retreat. Sybil Corax Vulcan apparently talking to this very powerful sorceress that he hadn't met before.
It's time to intervene!
Oh.
Look, we did it! Don't talk together. Please.
Luckily, he does not yet have true sight.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Oof. Definitely needs to move to a monastery somewhere.
Awkward.
Yeah.
As you anticipate whatever comes next.
No, I guess
Is Dareth Axel all right? I don't see a token.
Delphaxel is alright. She will have been some distance away. Takes her a little bit to get over here, but
Mhm.
she is fine. I will tell you, however, perhaps, hopefully not too anticlimactic, but that was the last battle of this campaign. Going
Okay.
against an actual greater god, as might be your next plan, or enjoying facing its retaliation will not be played on the battle map. It would not feel right. I've tried to make it work for me, but that is a leap of power that 5th edition just doesn't
Can't
work.
handle.
Not after what we've already fought. I think we will do the cooperative thing where we attempt to weave in the next steps of what you want to do / have happen into the epilogue. But I just, quite frankly, don't have a good way to play that out in a climactic battle because I can't raise the stakes anymore.
It feels like basically like the Furies did with Hades. This is probably like if the other big entities figure out what this other thing has been doing, it seems like that would be their job to stop.
Yeah, one
Right.
proposed. My canon ending basically is the following: that John's boss, a name that he has not told you because he is afraid of him, is a Sphinx, of course, a Sphinx god by the name of Shaitara, the Warden of Fate, a fairly unknown god, mostly because he has been entrusted with a singular exercise, a singular task, keeping the prison of Philea, of Cantimane, and all the other god killers safe. He, of course, eventually ended up not wanting to do that anymore and kicked off this whole thing. The worst thing that can possibly happen to him is that there is proof of him basically going against the very thing he is supposed to do. That the other greater gods might be like, hey, you literally let the god killers escape for some mad plan to get out of your job, basically. That would be the worst possible thing for him to happen. And as it turns out, you've survived. Like, his plan failed. He intended to use the power of prophecy to make you unleash all god killers at once and have Mitros basically manifest, not only basically exiling her as a greater god, but also most likely killing her as, god killers, let alone 4 of them. And then just crushing Philea into dust, really. Like, he could be like, oh no, look, the god killers escaped, everyone. Let's collapse the plane of Philea, which would conveniently destroy all witnesses. Mitros is still there. Mitros has the power to not only bring attention to this, but also make sure that nothing happens in the meantime. Mitros is a witness, you are witnesses, and you've got enough power to basically go to court. This will be something for the ages, a heavenly court for Shaitara, the Warden of Fate, where you will be asked to testify in front of Asmodeus, who is the judge, as it turns out.
Oh, have fun, Sphinx guy. Fuck you.
We sue him.
That's right.
Sue him for
Everything
damages.
he's worth.
Damages.
Or rather,
Oh, yeah.
win the decision that fate is up to the individual to cease. Like a Darius thing, really.
Well, Darius becomes the Warden of Fate.
I don't know. Darius sues fate and does clever wordplays
Yeah, I like it.
to win a case. He gets hired by Asmodeus.
It's like, whoa.
They're illegal.
Are you single?
It's complicated.
I hear you just got out of a long relationship.
So by law, I mean you're technically on the market. I specialize in sections as such as this. Okay, Hades.
Yeah.
He's Asmodeus is a divorce lawyer.
I
Just
mean,
sign
come
here,
on.
and your
Yeah, though.
other half is not taken.
Wow, what a battle, guys!
We
what
did
a
it.
fight, you know?
Jesus, starting out with losing so much HP.
Come on, though. We like as a group would go to hell and murder Hades, right? Like that's a
Like,
no-brainer.
Yeah, but
That's
you're
in the
pretty,
head
pretty
love,
sure
right?
the Irenaeus like take him into custody.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
I mean,
fucked.
he's fucked one way or another.
Yeah.
Bitch just
But I guess now we're at the point where we can sort of begin openly talking about the campaign, because we got epilogue, like, when do we do that? Next week?
I don't think
yeah.
next week works. It'll be some
not.
time depending on Seraph, how your timetable works out.
So the next 2 Saturdays for me don't work, but if we want to do a Friday thing again, I could make that work.
No, I've moved the other campaign for this once. I don't want to do that again.
Yeah, it'd be rude for sure.
But it's alright. I mean, we need
we'll
time
find
to
it.
think anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think having a bit of a break now is pretty good. And yeah, I mean the realization is just hitting me now that we're done. I don't need to keep secrets anymore.
Yeah, here's the fun part. We can just
Oh god.
talk openly, ask questions, and answer them.
Oh dang.
What was the hardest fight to design, man? Been a lot of them.
Yeah.
This
A
is
lot of
very
insane
interesting one.
ones, dude.
I mean, was it a question? Which one was the hardest to design?
Yeah.
Because you did good. These high level battles are very fun, very interesting. And that's hard to do
Yeah.
for 5th edition high level battles.
The fucking Kraken with all those eyes and tentacles moving individually.
That was the
That was
coolest shit.
badass.
Yeah, that really felt ominous that
I
each
think
tentacle had its own token.
the one I spent the most time on was probably the Kraken fight.
Yeah.
Because I was fairly certain that I could manage to take out Darius before that happens. So I did a lot of math to make sure I'm not severely screwing you over.
I mean,
Oh, you
it was
weren't
close
wrong.
to escaping.
Yeah, these 4 battles I did. I think I spent more focus on making them interesting somehow rather than making them balanced, because at this point the numbers mean nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I say that I did do a lot of math for these fights, because 5th edition encounter balancing just does not work. Just period.
Mhm.
Not at this level, and
No.
not with the bullshit that we have access to.
Well,
Yeah.
like the CR calculator on its own is completely useless because it
completely
doesn't
useless.
take like feats or magic items into account
Yeah.
and assumes a standard adventuring day of 8 very small battles. It's just like what? That's
So many battles.
plays
It's
it
too
like
much.
that.
What also didn't make it easier was the fact that you had like crazy overpowered magic items and also literal
And
dragons.
Literal
Yeah.
dragons.
There's
Yeah.
no way
like,
you could.
It's impossible to balance that shit.
I basically I've been using like Cobalt Fight Club, the website, to help me just get a grasp of what the CR would be. And I've basically been counting your entire party as 1 level higher and also 8 people.
Oh.
Level 21, 8 guys.
That's pretty good.
Pretty much. And this last fight, I mean, the dragon himself was a red great worm, which is a CR27 creature. And on top of that, I gave him like beyond level 20 spellcasting. And on top of that, he had Hades with him, who is a CR21 creature.
And he lived twice.
Yeah.
And he went twice, yeah.
Like that whole living twice thing is actually already in this CR. Like that's a thing that the great worms do. Oh man. I mean, do we just want to talk now?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
what else
why
do you
not?
got planned? You gonna just get somewhere to be?
No. No,
We did it. I mean,
We
Yeah.
did it, dude.
we
Like,
accomplished it. achievement unlocked and so forth.
Yeah. I mean, do you want me to draw back the curtain, or do we want to just let it rest for a bit at least? All right, I can talk about things. I can, for example, tell you that the
muzzle's removed. You can talk.
Yeah.
You can say all the things. Go.
Well,
go
you've been
nuts.
dying to tell us this entire time.
I've been dying to tell you things for years.
Yeah.
It's been
Literally.
3 years.
3
I
years.
looked at this. It was 3 years and nearly 2 months.
And how long, like, from when you first saw it and said, yes, that's a campaign I want to run, to our first session, like, maybe
Yeah.
probably closer to 3.5 years.
Also, can you imagine that we are still on session 30 after all these years?
Right? Crazy.
All right. Let me tell you a bit about the ending. As I've said before, the campaign is a product of Kickstarter, of course, and was originally only intended to go up to the Battle of Mitros. But I've already said, hey, if we're having fun, I'm free. I'm going to continue, and we did.
Mhm.
I think the split was still very palpable. Like the story changed significantly. I think it went well enough. But the second part of the campaign was far less detailed and far less coherent in my opinion, which is why I basically threw the entire thing into the bin. Only kept the parts that I thought were interesting, including like the Sunken Kingdom, like the City of Sirens, and the Scylla. But I changed a lot of things. And the entire ending, I did a lot differently. Like, as written, the final fight was supposed to be against Pharaohs and his pantheon.
Really?
Yeah. Actually, no. As written, as you've predicted, Lufaria would return.
Okay.
Ah,
Ah!
I called it.
Which
I called it.
I did not like one bit. Because you have literally been given weapons that are
I'm meant to kill them.
the thing to kill Titans, and it felt a bit like somehow Palpatine returned.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Etheria had
So-
secretly built a cloning facility. Yeah.
That one I actually like. I bought it when the Fates or when the Furies mentioned something about that. I thought it was pretty explicit, so I'm curious. I might go back and watch the recording one day, see what you actually said and what I just read into.
I did make the Titans' death very explicit simply because I was not a fan of bringing them back basically randomly. I briefly considered having Hades bring her back because he is basically the lord of the underworld and the one tasked with ferrying the souls of the Oathbreakers down to hell and such. But I didn't like that idea.
It would have made an interesting, like, if it was done well, because I mean, it was like foreshadowed there, and then it's like, oh, but this time she has like all of the divine sparks that the Five stole. If it was given back, then she'd be like much more powerful. But this was really great. I really like this ending. This was
as written, as written, the idea of divine sparks doesn't really exist. That's something I introduced because I thought having something more palpable in that direction would make it more easy to understand what the hell happened there. And also the final fight, initially against Pharaohs, and then Lufaria is supposed to cackle in the background and attempt to turn a sphere of annihilation into a god. It is just completely absurd, and I didn't like that ending as written at all.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't do that. We had Pharaohs. I sort of enjoyed the idea of Scylla having eaten him, which is as written, and he had like his own pantheon of gods. But killing all of them would have been a huge slog. So I basically used.
I say we did kill the main guy, then having to hunt down all these fish.
Yeah,
people.
I just didn't think it would be very interesting at all. So I rejiggered basically Hades having convinced Pharaohs that, working with his jealousy and all his vices to make sure that he should get a new pantheon. Like these guys are so old and outdated. Like you made them once, you can make a new one with the actual current races of
Oh.
Phylea, not just random.
So the God
Uh,
Killers
maybe
in the
some.
original, I think they wouldn't be the final.
The idea was basically that they would be unleashed by Pharos.
Mhm.
He would wait until they destroy a bunch of stuff, and then he would swoop in to be the hero.
Okay.
Which, of course, would have been stopped by you because you would have been the heroes who stopped them before he even bothered showing up.
Yeah, then he would have had to be much more powerful, right? So,
No, I ran him at the strength he would have been at the end.
okay.
Seriously? Wow.
Like
We
the
clubbed him.
Well, I mean, to be
Yeah,
fair,
well-
Demogorgon can pretty much be slapped by a level 10 character. And
yeah. Also, the god killers. The idea of a god killer is not as written.
No.
As written, they are just sort of monsters hanging out in cubes. Like that's it.
I like the idea of the plane being like a prison plane.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
So what about the Australian sheep?
Yeah.
What's up with the Australian? Were they
That was
Kickstarter
not the
backers,
outside
or
world.
what's the?
What's going on
No,
with that?
I just found it funny to you know I assumed the default assumption would be, oh, this is like Phylea and it's close to the Forgotten Realms or whatever. I wanted to make sure that you do not think that. So I thought of the few things that don't exist in Forgotten Realms, like having John reference televisions and also Australian accents for no reason.
Okay,
Yeah,
what?
that's hilarious.
But they had a submarine. And,
So Thylea is canonically in the Bermuda Triangle.
Sure.
that's like so far away from Australia. Right?
Yeah.
It would have to be like, I don't know. We're like
They were on a
we're like
voyage. They
under
were on,
the
like, a voyage
Antarctic.
far away from home, you know?
I did not decide on the exact location of Phylea. I just wanted it to be weirdly out there.
Yeah.
I like the idea of
Very
introducing
Poseidon's
some.
Point, maybe, like just in the middle
Yeah.
of nowhere, furthest away from everything.
I like the idea of introducing some sort of steampunk elements via the Australians.
I'm sad we never got that airship going, because that sounded like it would be cool as hell to descend
be
on
funny.
somewhere from an airship and then dragons just like deploying out of there.
I mean, it could be an epilogue thing. The thing is, you never found the engine, because you never investigated the.
Where Kira, like, there was
the
always
Maelstrom.
something that was more pressing. But-
Yeah, there was a whole thing there that happened that
and then
you
when we were
didn't
like,
really.
okay, for real, we're gonna deal with this thing, and then we're gonna go get Kira, and then it was like, oh, she's here. She's here in a cage. I guess we don't need to go to the
She's
Maelstrom
just here
anymore.
now, I guess.
Someone
Got
else
sheep.
did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Maelstrom bit also wasn't in the book. Like most of the things in the second half wasn't in the book. Like originally, the God Killers would have just been monsters. They would have just been the Tarrasque, the Kraken. The dragon was supposed to be a Never Dragon. But since the like Fizban's Treasury of Dragons released, I wanted to use one of the Great Worms instead. And the last one would have been the Behemoth. But I thought the Behemoth was too close to the Tarrasque, so I did something with sort of elementals instead, and connected that to the Centaurs. And also, I definitely did not use like the base Tarrasque, which would have just gotten murdered by you. It had like more AC, more attack, more everything, and had the whole thing about being affected by every kind of spell. And
That was a really neat mechanic. That made
Honestly,
it. Yeah,
like
that was such a puzzle to make sure that we could do it.
the second half of the campaign, at least the second half that I was here for, was awesome. And the fact
Yeah.
that you sandboxed it, and yet again your sandbox skills are awesome.
I
Given,
mean,
given what
It's
it
got a
sounds
great
like
story.
the second half was written as, like, yeah, you did it. You did it.
Right.
Great. I really enjoyed the second half. It felt like that was where there had been so many things that had been foreshadowed in the first half that you didn't really click into until thinking about it in retrospect. Like, we saw the God Killer prisons in
when we went to the Nether Sea the first time. Just like little details.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, the prisons were as written basically. I did enjoy the idea of basically big old like Pandora's boxes, multiple.
yeah.
And also
Yeah,
the Kraken as written was literally, a giant octopus. But I like the idea of like this just outer gods-esque eldritch horror instead. Also led me to making it far more intelligent and actually, it was objectively the weakest, but it was also the smartest, and I tried to play it that way. Hence why Darius enjoyed, not participating in that fight.
What
No,
was
it
the
was good.
moment that when you
And
read the campaign that you looked forward to the most? That then
Mhm.
Oh, the moment. I mean, I did look forward to the idea of just having ridiculous monsters at the end.
that
Like
certainly
I did
happened.
want to make that a thing. At the time, I had more faith in 5th edition's encounter balancing,
Mhm.
and I looked at like the terrace and was like, "Whoa, that's so powerful!" Except all the crazy magic items were just crazy, and all of you decided to go down the route of having a dragon mount and invested heavily in that, which, of course,
I mean,
Uh,
fixed feet, single feet.
I would have
Single
too.
I was gonna say I was the last one, and I was like looking at everyone. I was like, okay, I'll get a dragon.
Yeah.
The Dragonlords.
like
Everyone else has a fucking dragon.
Oh, the
I
dragon
really
lords.
liked bringing having Argon be the partner though. That made so much sense for Eric's
Yeah.
character and for
I wanted
Argon's.
to.
Yeah.
I think one of the moments I looked forward to the most was the reveal that the 5 were in fact like the old Dragonlords dragons, and also sort of
Ah, yeah,
investigating the
so cool.
Dragon's Lord history. Like Kira's previous rider was just an awful person.
That was
Most of them were just awful people.
Most
weren't
of
they?
them, I mean, most of them started out as actually, the naive,
Heroes.
bright-eyed heroes
Yeah.
who just got into so much shit that they collapsed.
They lost themselves, yeah.
Kira's rider, however, what was his name?
Ghost guy.
Wasn't that
It was
the
the
ghost
guy who was
captain?
the ghost captain, right?
Yeah, he was just an awful
I
person.
can't believe she was on the same ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny. What did I'm so curious, both in terms of what the book had in store, but also with all of your changes, what it would have looked like if would we have had a chance to go to Arisia if we hadn't used that as a chance to sort of write out Artemisia when we needed to?
Yes. Arisia was an entire chapter that, as written, would have included probably sieging the city.
Oh,
What?
cool.
A war.
Okay.
Which as written would have meant, oh, the siege doesn't progress. You have to infiltrate the city now and basically do a big old dungeon crawl. The city was all well described and stuff. I just couldn't think of a way to really make that super interesting while also keeping Artemisia still sort of narratively relevant. Like, none of you would really have had the super investment into it that I was looking forward to, so I figured it would be best to just not do that. It was like a delve into a crypt and finding out that Arisia is actually ruled by vampires.
Vampire. Yeah. Oh, it was a vampire. Yeah.
Yeah, I told
Yeah,
you.
we talked. Yeah.
Field of Undead.
Yeah.
Sheep told me quite a bit of it. I
Uh,
tried to like lore drop as I could. Like
Like,
in character.
There are some things that would have been different. I mean, the idea was also that like Narcissus tells you about where the city of the Sirens is, which I thought was stupid.
What Narcissus know?
I don't know. He just does. Like, I think he had like a siren attendant he really liked, and she knew somehow. And like that was the plot hook to basically
Was
get
that-
there, but I didn't like that very much.
Oh, you had a nice hook with the siren in the party.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like
Thinking about
using
that,
using
my cool
Ares'
blade.
sword, I think was
Yeah.
definitely much
Hey,
better
my
than having to
hexblade
run
weapon and
to-
everything. That was super dope.
Yeah,
Could we have gone
that
to the
was,
Astral Sea?
I mean, technically, there wouldn't have been anything written about going there,
Alright.
but the portal in the like the pool in the tower did lead to the Astral Sea.
Hmm.
Like one of the ideas there to destroy the tower was to use like a special torch to lure a star from the Astral Sea into the tower. That was like a really weird thing that nobody would have ever gotten, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
There were some hints. For example, it was one of those stars that was on top of the tower, which I eventually turned into basically an architectural tool.
Mhm.
Something gravity make it easier to build high towers. It had none of that in the book.
Well, it made sense to me.
Yeah.
Right.
Wasn't there also like a
Yeah.
Titan that was in there, like encased in there?
Stab.
Yes, one of the siblings of Sidon and Lufero was basically just part of the walls because they were just that cruel.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, you did really well with integrating the stuff that you
Yeah.
you made yourself. That's
I'm
very impressive.
That was
I'm glad
amazing.
you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
One of my greatest worries, which I think has turned out true a little bit, I introduced far too many irrelevant characters. Like as much as I like a large cast of interesting NPCs, it was so much to keep track of at the end, and I don't think I did a great job for all of them. Like in as written, there's no Xerxia. There's no Hades.
What? Those are
Um,
two of the best characters.
Yeah.
um, there's no what's her name?
The whole arc about being the child of Hexia was so cool, and like paired with the the demigod. That seemed wow.
Yeah, I thought it was cool, so I did it. There's also no. I should really know her name.
Inara?
Tanara. Yes.
No.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay. That whole the like
So,
native
in other
plotline with the
words,
centaurs, Tanara really pulled.
some of the best characters. So you're saying some of the best characters through the campaign
Yeah,
are
100.
completely made up by you.
I mean,
They're all
it's
so
amazing.
sassy too.
Yeah,
They're all
I
sassy.
love it.
yeah, the sassy ones. We're
I-
all sheep umbrew heroes. Sheep umbrew.
I don't think it's a huge surprise that the characters I paid most attention to are the ones I put in
I
myself.
suppose, yeah.
Because
but-
obviously I'm most interested in them. I did really enjoy Kira though.
It's
was
nice to
difficult.
get to be so chaotic, isn't it?
Yeah.
How much of the campaign was screwed up by her being yeeted out of there?
Not much really. Like her role is basically just to be a safety net for the first few levels. Like that's mechanically her role. Like the initial job giver, and then be a safety net for a bit, and then just be around, I guess.
Yeah.
I think as intended, the gods and the five, I guess, are supposed to be far more like aloof, you know. Not really friends with everyone, but I can never quite do that. And I think there's also a little bit the assumption that a lot of them will die over time, at least.
Mm.
The gods?
Yeah, I mean, either in the Battle of Mitros is quite brutal in that regard.
Right.
Although there's also the possible assumption that you bond with the five instead of finding other dragons, which would have been
Yeah, I had
would have been
considered
another
that.
That would be
option.
kind of fun
actually.
too.
Yeah. It was definitely on my thoughts, but I think we had Aravan. I
Five
had Aravan by that
paladins.
point.
Yeah, there were basically ways to
Someone
get.
already died.
There were places to find dragon eggs, and also ways for individual paths to get dragon eggs already written in. So the 5 would have been an alternative to those, basically.
Yeah.
God.
Also, as written, like there is a little bit of downtime, I guess, between the Battle of Mitros and the rest. But I don't think, as written, your dragons that you get in your eggs will ever actually grow up to be young dragons, which I found silly.
That's
That's
ludicrous.
ridiculous, especially as they have rules for adult dragons in there, like
Yeah,
the
it's
legendary resistances and like you
Also,
only get them
yeah,
when they're adult
it
dragons.
was like it made sense logistically, but it was already like a bit of a bummer to not be able to get mountable dragon partners for the Battle of Mitros. But then it's like, okay, we got a time skip. That's done. Chapter 2 happens, now we can all ride around. Like that's great.
yeah,
Well, if the idea was to do it with the 5, then you would have had them for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and we did, or at least some of it. Like I'm pretty sure like because you had Xerxia, so you were able to do it. I chose not to, and then yeah, we had we took Valus and Pythor.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, yeah, Xerxia wasn't in the book as written though, so you would only really have 4 young adult dragons in the 5.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, but you would have had
Yeah, because they're all young
Hera,
adult dragons.
presumably.
See,
Wait,
that's so
Xerxia
weird.
wasn't
Why-
in the book at all?
No,
Oh,
See,
Jesus.
that's what I don't get
Right.
is that they
She
wrote
found him, yeah.
they wrote the rules for the bond with the Dragonlords with the intention of you having access to an adult dragon, but then they don't write that they grow up.
Yeah,
Like, that's crazy.
there's no mention of that.
I kind of
dragons
knew.
do
I
take, like-
guess that kind of explains because I was looking through them a little while ago, and I came across the like paladin again, and the like Oath of the Dragonlord Paladin always seems so strange to me because its mechanics are at level 5, like you get a dragon egg, and then at level 15, it grows to be a young dragon. Like this shit happens anyway. Like
Yeah.
why would you ever take this?
It's very weird.
Well, you take it
Like,
in a
they
different
kind of forgot
campaign.
that.
I think
Yeah,
Yeah,
Where she
the-
isn't
a different campaign in Thylea. Isn't
Yeah.
this one?
that seems insane.
Bit broken.
Yeah, so
Um,
so as written, after the Battle of Mitros, the book says the next part of the adventure works best if there has been a break in the story after the Battle of Mitros. This break can last several months or even several years. Several years is not enough for a dragon to grow up, really.
It's more like a century for a dragon to like.
No, a young dragon is age 16 to 25.
Oh, to 25. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
Still,
not
we
actually, it
had
doesn't
them as
actually take that long for them
well
to like
Uh,
become adults.
sorry. Young adult is 50 to 100.
50 to 100. Yeah. So to get an adult dragon, we would have had a 100-year break.
Yeah. I played it a bit fast and loose with dragon ages. Like, technically, Xerxia was very old, beyond young adult. And technically,
There we go.
Vulcan should have been basically the same size as the others. But that also seems strange.
Yeah.
So I figured I'd go for, like, what makes sense, like, not exactly what is logical.
I mean, Argon is also older than Arvander.
Well, Argon is older than Aaron,
Yeah.
definitely. Oh, goodbye. Halime left.
Oh,
Oh,
I didn't mean to insult his dragon.
We can keep talking though if you like.
Yeah.
Well,
What other cool things to tell you do I have?
Man, I can't believe Xerxia wasn't.
No, I could because my background path she added a lot to, and it was otherwise an entire fucking like phone in one. I just had to gather money and then
That was
Yeah.
bizarre.
buy a weapon.
That is dumb. I love what you did with Demas, but your fucking hero path is fucking
It
sucks.
didn't give me a lot to work with.
It's like, hey, you're the guy who has a god for a father. Boom. That's it. That's what you can build your character around. Like,
Yeah, but that's fine. But it just sort of mechanically,
not
like your highlight is just find some money.
yeah. And
Yeah.
have to argue with everyone about them not getting all the money
Sheep,
for all their
I have
items
a
that they
question.
want to do.
What about the other paths we didn't play? Who was the dragon
Yeah.
that dragon hunter wanted to get?
Oh, right. We
Yeah,
you
talk
never
about the
met
other
that one.
path.
Oh, we
Yeah.
never even
All right, there's a couple other paths. Let
met
me
that guy.
find them.
Like Eudora's path, what that would have looked like, and there was like 3 more that just
Mm,
nobody ever took, or something.
there is the doomed one.
Yeah. What's hunting them?
So the let me read. So the doomed one was supposed to be apparently sacrificed to Lufaria, but his
Ooh.
or her parents refused. So Lufaria killed the parents and directed her entire army of servants to torment the child endlessly as a practical joke. Eventually, when you meet the corrupted dryad, Demetria, which was ages ago, she would tell the Doomed One something about being destined to die by the workings of Lufaria. You could then get the full prophecy from the Fates that you never really interacted with much.
I'm sad I never got to go back and kill them.
Yeah.
There was just always so much going on.
And then the final event for the Doomed One would be that once you face Lufaria, Lufaria would spend one entire round just laughing as she reminisces about all the terrible jokes she has played on the Doomed One.
Look at that divine blessing, though. +1 to AC and all saving throws.
Yeah, I don't know.
You
That
only get then after killing Lutheria, then, if that's your
Yeah,
final
but that's
quest.
fine. It's about the maximum, right?
Yeah, but then the campaign. Well, I guess the Battle of Mitros.
It does more than +2 to constitution.
Yes.
Yeah, it is worth noting that all these epic paths end before the Battle of Mitros, which is a bit sad.
Oh, the Dragon Slayer.
The haunted one, the Dragon Slayer. So there was another dragon, a big old gold dragon that you didn't meet, who pretended to be the sun god. He was riding around in a magical chariot, just being all arrogant and stupid. By the name of Helios.
No. Right.
If you go to his island, you basically get invited to dinner, and then he tries to eat you for no reason.
But he's a gold dragon.
Yeah, he's just a dick.
Why
He's
would you
arrogant,
do that?
pretending to be a god.
They're supposed to be super wise and good.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe that's why he got locked in here.
Not all dragons? Yeah, I guess he got
Wait,
booted here. Fucking
Yeah.
Bahamut was like, get the fuck out, dude.
He just invites you to dinner and then what? Okay.
Yeah, but
Okay,
you're the
well, that-
dinner. That's the.
Yeah. Oh,
guess.
you were the dinner all along. Yeah, okay.
yeah, I can read you the little bit. He wasn't interesting. I didn't like the story behind him, so I basically cut him. Hence why you never met him. But yeah, Helios pretends to be the sun god. He doesn't actually have any divine power. He's just a dragon who polymorphs into something that looks like a god to people. He apparently got blown over to Philea and the island 600 years ago. Infrequently visits Philea. No, just randomly.
Wait, he wasn't even like one of the like Dragonlord.
No.
He just like is a different dragon who also came here.
Yeah. I mean, there's a few of those.
Hicks,
Oh
yeah.
right. Now I understand the story behind him. So Helios was told by Sidon that there would be a dragon slayer coming to kill him. So anyone he meets, he assumes to be that dragon slayer.
Okay. That's,
Does that happen
Okay,
even if
right.
nobody takes the Dragon Slayer path?
yeah.
Well, I guess because whoever kills him will be a Dragon Slayer.
Yeah. Basically, the reason the Dragon Slayer wants to be a Dragon Slayer is because Helios wanted to make sure the Dragon Slayer is never born by killing the parents. In turn, creating the Dragon Slayer.
Classic Greek. Sort of.
Yeah.
It's gonna sort of like killing my entire family or trying to kill me also. Thus, forever making me want to murder Lutheria real bad.
Yeah.
Which I did. I'm gonna put that out there.
Yeah, for your path, the haunted one, let me find it again. Like I basically said that it was Mitros who made everyone forget.
Yeah, to save me.
Oh
To make sure
no,
that I wasn't found.
yeah. Sorry, that is as written.
Yeah, I think so.
That was Mitros.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got the gifted one, which was Artemisia with the whispering locket. Which was
Man,
the
the
soul
haunted
of my
one,
grandmother.
fucking.
Oh, here's a question. What happened when Artemisia died and we were all muted and you had a conversation for like 10 minutes?
Oh, yeah, that is something that I guess I can tell you. It was basically a Valus casting Resurrection. Resurrection? Yeah, that's the spell. But binding Artemisia in a contract, or basically in an oath, which was basically an oath of service. However, Valus said the oath of service would be between her and Artemisia, of course, initially. But once Aravander would grow up, the oath of service would be transferred to him.
Oh.
What?
That was basically the deal. That was before Valus really knew Artemisia. It was basically as a way to say, hey, I don't really know you. I had to spend significant divine power to resurrect you. I want to make sure that this egg I gave you, which was Aravander, will be well taken care of, and here's my deal. It's an oath that will never be relevant because Aravander is aware of it, but would never make use of it. But it was basically reassurance. Valus is very cold and calculating sometimes. Yeah, mechanically, every epic path has a way for your character to get revived once. It was basically the divine boon of the gifted one that Valus would use true resurrection to bring them back to life, period.
Alright.
And there wasn't any reason attached why she would do that for the gifted one at all, or why she couldn't do that over and over again. So I basically tried to think of a reason.
I just am reading the vanished one here, Darius, and it says Versi has already made you swear an oath to return to her once your quest is completed. So you are twice an oath breaker.
Nope. She released me from that one.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say this is gonna be a bad time, man.
I was like, this relationship is not good for either of us. I've sworn this oath. I won't break it, but I am going to ask you to release me from it.
Okay, I could not remember. That is so long ago.
Yeah.
Vanished
No,
one.
no breaker for that one.
I do also like that they have like a specific different ones from the monsters races. I thought that was really that's really cool.
How would Demos have been revived had he died?
How would Demos have been revived?
Yeah, that's for all. I'd love to hear what's in the book and then what you're like. No, that's stupid. Let's do this instead. Would be.
For Demos, it would have been Pythor using some of his divine spark, which is mentioned here, but it's not actually the divine spark I made it out to be. To bring you back to life, and he would just have a permanent level of exhaustion.
What? That sucks. God damn. Okay.
Yeah, the permanent level of exhaustion, I also figured wouldn't carry over once they actually turn into dragons. It's not explained, but that would be really lame. We're dragons, but we're also very tired.
Can't do
Yeah.
anything ever.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it would have been okay. Oh.
What if Darius or Ariad had died?
We've been fucked.
Oh, I just closed the bit there. Ariad was the haunted one.
Yes.
I lost track of there. Haunted one. Oh yeah, you have your family artifact, which
Oh, my sword?
in this case it could have been your sword.
Or my amulet. One of them.
For the revival
Okay.
was basically your artifact contains the spirits of loved ones which would possess you. So despite you being dead, you could continue to battle. And no, actually, you are effectively revived as if you had just taken a short rest.
Oh, wow. That would have always been cool. Instead, all my loved ones who were set free and I was all alone. You know, I definitely felt like the haunted one delivered. I did think that maybe I could do something about bringing my family back. I'm not gonna have. I had to step back from my character there for a little bit and be like, okay, we need to find a new path because this is really depressing.
Oh,
And
I mean, you gave them peace.
yeah, yeah, and it's like, well, the thing you lived for, it's all gone now. Cool. Yeah, I definitely. It's more of a that I obviously have like suffer from depressive tendencies, so it was like, oof, okay, cool, yeah. I fought the epic fight, and in the end, I couldn't do anything. I was like, oh, cool, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
No, it was fine because I took the step back and I was like, okay, well, I mean, I know that that's my mind speaking, you know. It's like, oh yeah, everything was pointless. And I was like, no, that's not the story I want to tell. It's like, and then she was sad. No, no. It's actually found a lot of
I found Ariad's story really compelling because, yeah, she gave them the release. They were no longer trapped in the scythe, but like that didn't just automatically heal her pain. And it's
yeah,
like, okay, cool. I don't have a quest related to avenging the spirits of my family anymore. Now she actually has to like start trying to figure out how to heal, and that is like an involved process. I found her story
yeah.
like,
I
yeah,
wanted
it was rough
to
sometimes, but
to respect that and still like and that was basically also why I thought about like having Organ was like, oh yeah, there could be like a new goal in like helping and like getting bonding with her, right? And being like, oh yeah, okay, we're both, a little messed up here, but we can do it together. Was sort of my takeaway.
Yeah,
And luckily I did get Agrin, so
I did enjoy the interaction with Argon, especially considering that Argon. I don't want to call her a terrible person, but she certainly started out that way under Gaius's command.
Yeah, I don't remember much other than her
only
being a
she was
prick,
sweet
basically.
teenager with
Vile
bad
and evil. Yeah.
Look,
I mean,
see, my idea for the next step was basically Suko, like the dragon be Suko, and I'll be the old cool grandpa, teaching her patience, and
well, certainly worked.
yeah, it was
I mean,
good.
I basically, as written, she was just a cool mount for Gaius,
Yeah,
with zero character to her basically. But I figured, I mean, she was a silver dragon. She had a bit of the like corruption of the Titan blood that used to
yeah,
grow her. She just had the wrong idea of what good really is, and thought she was doing good,
yeah,
as the entire Order of Sidon really thought, in a sense. But her idea of good was just cruelty, which eventually
Yeah.
was realized. Or at least
Yeah,
she
it definitely
realized
felt
that
right
she had the
that
wrong perspective.
she'd be the one.
Yeah, and for Darius' character, if Darius would have died, Versi would have shown up and resurrected him with a kiss, apparently. That's something she can do.
Oh no.
That would have been awkward.
It's true love.
Most break-
True love.
As written, it's also said that if the Vanished One ever has a romantic interest, Versi will come and kill her.
And so you said Lutheria. Think
I love you. Yeah.
then, well, by the, as written.
Kentamane, I can't help how I feel.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So really,
Was
it
there
wasn't Lutheria who cursed Eudora? It was Versi all along. She was like, "Oh no, I can't help her.
Was
Oh
there any
no."
repercussions for, or any consequence of us not killing Kentamane compared to killing him? Like finally ending him.
Sort of. As written, you kill him. I'm pretty sure. Let me take a look. Actually, like that for Mitros, Kentamane. Yeah, as written, Kentamane fights to the bitter end. He will not rest. He will continue to fight regardless of the damage. He'll destroy the city of Mitros, basically killing hundreds of people per round, which I also found silly. It also does say if the party manages to defeat him, then you may choose to have him melt back into the earth where he can regenerate and reappear after 1,000 years have passed.
Okay.
Alternatively, you may choose to have him disintegrate into cosmic dust, never to rise again. I basically gave you that choice.
1,000 years then. All right.
Yeah, you basically exhausted him. I also wanted to give you the opportunity to keep him around because I thought you could investigate a way to bring him back early to help you against the God Killers. I don't think your minds ever went there.
No.
I wouldn't know how to begin.
I also like the idea that like maybe with the whole thing with the twins being gone and him resting for 1,000 years or whatever, maybe he can come back as Thylia's loving husband, and not like a rampaging man baby.
I mean, Candyman is a raging, elemental elder
Yes,
titan.
but he was tempered by
Yeah, it's true.
his love
By
for
violence.
the land.
But then you sort of killed 2 of his children, and he got a bit mad about that.
Well,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He will rest, and hey, they can have more children. Come on, guys.
Well, I don't know if
Honestly,
they should.
I don't really get how that
Yeah,
relationship
sure.
works.
More demon kids, great.
Kentamane, this giant angry man baby, and Lutheria was just always so reasonable and chill. Like, no, it really sucks, but like,
I feel like
yeah,
it's
my
like
kids have been real bad. They need
if
to.
your kids trap all your other kids and make them suffer a lot and murder them and like use their bodies for their houses,
Yeah.
I feel like it's okay to be like, no, kid,
I'm a little bit
like,
ticked off with you.
stop
Like,
it.
Maybe after
Yeah,
the first
time
one, you're
out.
like,
go to your work.
Yeah. Like, time out. Here, go into this god killer prison.
well,
for a
they
bit.
didn't want to be overbearing. They were like,
Yeah, they're like, oh.
But really, just there's a certain point where you're just being unreasonable. And
In that way, I do feel like the Titans were a little bit. It was like, well, I can't possibly do anything to my own children, and it's like, okay, but that also means you don't really care about all the other people,
yeah.
like all the druids that worship Thylia, and like,
Yeah, Thylia was chill.
I feel like, they definitely still, Thylia still, still a bit chose her demon children over the world, which.
Well, it seems like she was pretty passive because even then it wasn't
Yeah,
like,
it's true.
yes, I will step up and I will go and ground my children or anything like that. It was just like, yeah, I mean, you got to do it, I suppose. Good luck with that.
I guess her power also mostly went into being the land.
Yeah. Exactly.
Another fun as written sort of thing. The Myrmidons.
Oh yeah, the Merc.
They existed as written, but they were far more nefarious. Like the idea behind them was that you go to the island, and then you get dreams of something that you desire incredibly much. The book suggests that paladins dream of a holy avenger, wizards dream of a staff of the magi, and all these super good items.
Oh.
And it would basically attempt to lure you beyond the barrier, the big old glass dome, and where you meet the Myrmidons. And
They eat you.
not exactly. The meeting would turn out similar. Like initially, only clicks and such. They bring out food. You have a good time, and they learn very quickly. But they lie to you. They basically say, "Hey, they were imprisoned for insulting someone." But they were actually imprisoned by Kentimane and Philea because they were just ridiculous. And once you visit them, and then you through probably teleportation magic, they copy that and escape completely. Like there's no queen that can't leave or anything like that.
Oh.
They are just able to leave, and then they will plan their escape and basically copy your magic, and then it's basically you start hearing about towns in Philea getting attacked near the coast. The Myrmidons quickly learning like hoplite tactics and various magics, building miniature war frigates, and you eventually get attacked by 30 Myrmidons warriors, which is an incredibly stupid encounter. And then the book says the following. If the heroes are able to survive this encounter, they begin to hear rumors of armies of insect men conquering outlying towns and villages. Initially, the stories describe armies of hundreds, but after 1 month, the rumors describe an unstoppable army of more than 1,000 Myrmidons with advanced magic and siege weapons. The Myrmidons grow more advanced with each passing month, and the size of their army doubles just as quickly. If they aren't stopped, they will conquer all of Philea and convert it into one giant ant colony. They will seek out new lands then they will seek out new lands to conquer. These events are beyond the scope of this book, but they might form the basis of the future campaign. So basically, if you go there, the book unleashes this massive, ridiculous consequence that you've
you
caused
figure it out.
through no fault of your own, and then says, "Yeah, this is beyond the scope, though. If you've gotten this far, you're screwed."
So don't go to that island, I suppose. Just
Yeah, it's just
just don't do it.
it's
You
like
don't
one of the
know that.
things.
Don't do it.
I get it. I get the whole Pandora's box theme here. But punishing just being curious is stupid.
punishing being curious in a fantasy land. Like,
Yeah. Also
like-
punishing so thoroughly. Like you have to actively start like bashing Myrmidons armies everywhere. Like the entire campaign is instantly derailed if you play this as written.
yeah.
Got to ally with Sidon for a moment. And together we can stop them.
I mean, yeah, basically. Like Sidon was partially tasked with fighting the Myrmidons the first time. Like he actively helped imprisoning them. Like he would have been an appropriate ally, but like that would derail just everything.
Well, same as if we joined Sidon when he was like, "You could be my demigods."
You'll be like, all right.
Sure, okay,
Yeah.
okay, I guess that works.
I mean that was basically like a bad ending scenario.
Yeah.
Like I would not have expected you to do that.
No, we're heroes.
Then we usurp Sidon's place.
But do our people basically become godly figures? And I guess we already have temples.
You are at Fame 20, no doubt. You are revered as gods and are just not gods, like, officially. You've fought monsters that most people don't even dream about in their nightmares. You've protected people. You are magical martial characters of legend.
Yeah, I mean, we did save the whole plane of existence.
Yeah.
Now demons can conquer all of Thyrea. Master, Lord, and General. Meant to be.
Maybe we'll find out who wins. Artemisia or Deimos.
Oh, in the end, let's have a big war. Let's have Mitros versus Risia. That's what happened in the future. 2 years there were peace.
See, I could never do Deimos because even with my Shadow Blade, well, okay, you would have disadvantage. Well, you would just use the spell to see me, but your AC is so high.
Yes, the benefit.
I only have plus 11 when I use my blade, which is a lot.
My sweet plus 19.
Yeah, Jesus, that is ridiculous. How the fuck do you have so much?
Because of Divine Bond.
Oh.
Paladin stuff. Paladin's just the best class.
I was gonna say, with my level, plus 2 weapon, I have 13.
You take 2 levels of Paladin, you're much more powerful than you are now.
Oh. Well, then I couldn't have cast Wish, so...
No, you wouldn't need to.
That was... putting him back inside the prismatic sphere.
Yeah, I fully expecting him to be able to teleport at some point during this fight, and the twist would have been that he would have heavily hinted towards Mitros, but would have actually gone to Arisia.
I was wondering about that.
And we would have gone to Mitros and be like, I guess things are fine.
You never specifically said Mitros. You just said, I'll go to your cities.
So really, damn it, then we shouldn't have stopped him.
Just bombed Arisia?
That deals with the rival.
Oh.
We could have taken a short rest and then found him.
Yeah, I'm happy you let me do that, Sheep. I'll gladly banish the wish list or the wish from my spell list, certainly.
Well, we have another adamantine bar. And paired 25,000, so all we need to make a sword of wishes.
No, I don't need that.
That item is...
It's ready to retire.
I just
soon.
didn't want that to be my epic weapon because it's only +1, and you could roll a 0 wishes.
Yeah.
You craft it, and it's just a +1 sword, and it never you never.
Yeah.
You should roll d4 -1 wishes on it. And you could just roll 0.
Yeah.
That'd be so sad. Even rolling a 1 would be...
Oh, but the re-roll, forcing it back to make that and having Darius come up and break the roll. That was good. I mean, I guess if I at that point I thought that would make me not delete the spell. I guess if I deleted the spell, but this was much cooler. Having the teamwork.
Yeah, I agree. It was very cool. Yeah, he was generally out of spell slots to teleport with at the end.
Yeah, I specifically, when you were like, oh, second birth, I was specifically like, okay, got all the legendary resistance back, got the fire breath, no spells back, and I was like, yes! Yes!
Yeah. I did enjoy having a caster that could time stop into buff into Meteor Swarm.
Oh, Jesus.
Although the limit... 5th edition just does not work well at all for singular big boss monsters.
No.
Because oh great, I have these 5 turns I could do all these things with, except every spell worth casting is concentration.
Yeah.
Literally,
So...
I can't think of a good use for time stop other than a single buff, or if you were trying to run.
I mean, yeah, running is one thing. You can do things like there are a few non-concentration spells like Wall of Stone. No, that's also concentration.
I was gonna say fire shield level 4 spell.
Yeah, there's a few, but they are few and far between.
Yeah, not worth like blowing a level 9 slot to be able to set them
No.
up.
No.
Yeah, I just thought it was cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
yeah, and hey, that
It was very
fucking
cool.
no, and that stupid dome blocking all my incredible missiles. I was like, what? What?
That anti-magic field was
Yeah,
scary.
That was a globe of
There we go.
invulnerability.
yeah.
Cast at 8th level.
Dang. Had to go, but it certainly made its impression.
Yeah, it was definitely fun to see some of that magic there.
Mhm.
His DC on his spells was pretty tame, though.
Yeah, but
I-
so are the ones on ours.
26 isn't easy to pass.
That's 26. I
it's-
could not.
His spells were DC 20.
I feel like mass feeble mind would have been.
Oh my
Yeah,
god. Feeble
Intel-
mind is
Intelligence
level
DC
8.
26 save will be rendered pointless
Yeah,
permanently.
Mind is
That's just
pretty cruel.
Yeah, I was actually looking for that if I had to use another another wish spell to get another one. I was like, feeble mind, and then I was like, no, never mind. He got all his fucking legendary resistances back because he was like, oh, it's a sorcerer, and I was like, oh, charisma of 1. Fuck you. Can't cast any spells, but that didn't matter. It's like,
It was a good idea
Yeah.
though.
That's fucking a cruel no. As a spellcaster, no. No.
No.
Yeah. Have you guys like any ideas about what you're gonna do for epilogue and stuff?
I don't know. One hand it feels
yeah.
like you would just have demons like rule. I don't know where he's gonna go though. I mean, like what do you do now? Just guard Mitros against what? It doesn't really need him anymore.
Mhm.
Well, there are things that have been hinted at. For example, when you look through the telescope in John's realm. Oh, by the way, John the Time God also wasn't in the book.
Yeah, that we get into it. But he was great. It was
Yeah,
You said it. You said time go too.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know if he was. Anyways, when you look through the telescope, he did show you a future of like eldritch fauna and flora having overrun Mitros and things like that, which is also the inspiration why I made the Kraken like an eldritch entity. Like there are things out there of pure evil that, as far as that telescope is concerned, will win.
No. All right. Oh, kill all of them.
Oh, we'll be like the superheroes, like, oh, they're gone, and then like, oh, it's time for the Justice League or whatever, the Dragonlords together. And then people like, okay, we need the like something. For some reason, like a beam of light is shot up into the darkness, and then we all gather. Draw our weapons. I don't know. Yeah. It's like also like at this point it's like, okay, it's hard to figure out what the power scale is because yes, we are incredibly powerful, but like again, we're not quite ascended either, so it's sort of like uh feels like we don't really belong in either place.
I mean, as far as balance is concerned, if gods had stat blocks, you would beat them. Basically.
True. We don't know how that is. It's like a.
Yeah,
you
like
know.
I bet we could now take the 5 in their like the forms we first met them in.